What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Banner Report podcast. We are coming to you live on December 10th, 2025. Sans our guy, Jacob. Having some family stuff going on. Jacob, we're thinking about you, pal, and we miss you.
Love you, Jacob.
Yeah, we love you, bud, and you're going to be sorely missed tonight. But we're going to proceed on anyways, even though it's kind of an NBA/Celtics week in terms of strength, week schedule, just because there's not that many games being played, and we were just talking about it. But yeah, I mean, Steve, you're Boston Celtics, the feel-good story of the year. They are 15-9 in third place in the East. They've overcome every hurdle we set for them, or the league has set for them, besides that one pesky Nets game.
I would fucking love to have that Nets game back, and you're looking at 16-8.
I mean, regardless, we're nobody in the NBA media has anything bad to say about the Celtics team right now. I mean, other than maybe the occasional reality check where it's like, yeah, I mean, this is a team with Jaylen Brown and a bunch of role players, so I don't know what their ceiling is. We're obviously very high on them, but we would be. We're from the area. We're diehard Celtics fans. We have them all in the Eastern Conference Finals, especially considering our guy Tatum, if he's coming back, if and when he's coming back. But since our last episode, we had an interesting spat of games, kind of letdowns in terms of watching them as NBA fans because some of the stars of the league weren't playing against you and you missed out. But c'est la vie. That's life in the 2025 NBA. People miss time, especially old guys who are in their 40s, and especially other guys who struggle with their weight.
Well, Luka fucking, he just created more weight is all he did.
Yeah, I'm making fun of Luka. He didn't miss it for any injuries. He had his second child, I believe. So congratulations to the Doncic family and Luka. Hell of a ball player. Hope you're a better dad. And
he's a fucking better dad than he is a ball player. Like,
I roll right. That's a high bar.
Like, holy shit.
Hall of Fame dad, dude. That's great. And I like Luka. I don't love playing against him, and I kind of would be a little. Some of his antics get a little tiresome, but I like him personality wise. I think he's just a cool dude, despite not being from America. So, anyways, congratulations to the Doncic family. More life and more abundance for y'all. But more life and abundance for the Celtics team. Am I right, Steve? We dominated the Wizards 146-101. We then played the Lakers on Friday. That was without Luka, who was away for his second childbirth. And LeBron is out because of old. And Marcus Smart is ducking the smoke.
He just not been healthy since we traded him. That was like one of those. That's one of those ones where you look back, you're like, "Wow, Marcus Smart's so great for us," and we traded him at the perfect time because he hasn't been healthy for anybody since he left.
Yeah, what was it? Was it his hip, or was it an ankle stuff?
There was his hip.
Yeah, it was him was ankle stuff, I think.
Smart was an amalgamation of things. I mean, like the way he played, he was bodying up centers, diving on the floor, like it was his whole body. It was just going to eventually just start to give way.
I mean, he's an undersized guy in the league. I mean, I know he's well built in terms of stocky and muscular and all that, and he plays well above his weight and size for sure. But that definitely the way he played for about 10 years for us was going to the floor every single night. And like you said, Steve, injuries do pile up. And Marcus Smart is never going to be the offensive weapon that like a Damian Lillard is going to be. So you're okay with the trade-off with a guy like Lillard because he's just going to, if he's scoring 35 and he lets up 20, it doesn't really matter. But with Smart, it was the inverse. It was like if he scores 20, fantastic. Hopefully he didn't do it on too many shots, but he will stop about 45 points worth of the stuff just on guard defense alone. And yeah, that was a joke. Marcus Smart is never ducking the smoke. That's not him. Ever. Even still, it's just, you always kind of wish to see the guy come back and play. Not nearly as good as he was, but, I love Marcus and Boston loves Marcus. So any chance we get to see him here again, no matter what, is it's cream on top. We cooled off the red hot Raptors, who were red hot up until about a week ago. This game, now they're starting to slide, hit the schneid, and playing tougher teams. But yeah, we handled them 121-113, despite their best attempts to come back. So yeah, Steve, where do you want to start? What has stood out to you as a Celtics fan the past week?
There's really not much you could take from these last three games. I mean, the Wizards are on pace to be the worst defense to ever play, and that's how you give up 146 points to the Celtics. Like, I mean, then you got the Lakers with nobody playing. It's already a game you're going to get up for. They were on the second night of a back-to-back. Reeves played 41 minutes the night before. We beat the brakes off the Wizards the night before, so nobody played a lot of minutes.
JB didn't play, most importantly, against the Wizards.
Yeah, so, like, that's a team you're going to get out and run on. I mean, the defense looked unbelievable that game. That was something that was fun to watch. I mean, we just gave them hell for 48 minutes. Austin Reeves was in the torture chamber fucking with Jordan Walsh for that game.
He was, but he did manage to put up 36 points. He was about the only Laker that showed up that night.
He shot 17 free throws that night, so that'll help.
Yeah, but he was also efficient from the field. He shot 50% from the field.
Yeah, he got going in the second half a little bit.
It's just like, I imagine it's a Herculean task to play this team as the sole guy on your team who can score the rock reliably. And Austin Reeves is not a force of nature like Giannis.
Yeah, so. There's nobody else for him to feed the ball to go get a bucket. So yeah, it was a tough night for them. And then you go against the Raptors. That was a stepping stone game. That was the Raptors are ahead of you in the field in the standings at the time. Like, they're a team that's playing very well, and you come in and you give them a little bit, and you take a big lead. It doesn't matter that he gave it up. There's two ways to look at it. It's either like you got a big lead and you blew it, or you got a big lead so that you can have that cushion in case something like that happens. That's a good win. I mean, you got a big break. There's not a lot of games coming up. So it's a good win to have going forward. Nemi just killing it the last few nights. Double-double against the Raptors, 11 points, 11 boards, 4 assists, 2 blocks, and a steal. I mean, he's really just stepping up this year. He should be getting more love for most improved player, but you'd have to look at more of the advanced stats for that. You're not looking at a most improved player numbers. You're looking at 10 and 8 as opposed to a career 5 and 4. So, he's nothing he's doing statistically wise is jumping off the page. If you look at the impact that he's having, it's really standing out on a night-to-night basis. And I think he should be getting more love. And I think that Mazzulla should be getting more love for Coach of the Year. You're looking at a team that's 15-9. Your best player is Jaylen Brown. Your second best player is Derek White. I mean, they're good players, but that's not a team that should be going 15-9, beating the Knicks, beating the Cavs, beating the Magic, beating up on teams that are ahead of them in the standings that they probably should not be beating. But they're coming out, and they're belt to ass in a lot of these games. You beat the Pistons. You win the games that you need to win to keep your record good. You're beating the teams that are below you, other than that fucking Nets game. I mean, the team right now is rolling. I don't really see much that's slow them down.
So, Steve, I think we're at an interesting inflection point here as Celtics fans. This team, we think it's good as is in the ECF. If we think that and they continue to perform that way, I mean, we haven't seen different otherwise, definitely not over the last stretch of games and probably not coming up. You have Tatum coming back in February sometime. So if he is coming back, why wait until then, or, why wait at all till next season before you try and maximize your roster here? I just said when Tatum comes back, there's just going to be there's going to be maybe one too many hands in the pot. So maybe you consolidate some minutes. I don't think Jordan Walsh is going anywhere. I don't think Minot's going anywhere. Simons ain't going anywhere unless you trade him. Obviously, Derek White, Pritchard, and JB and Nemius all have their minutes designated for him. But why wait? Let's push some chips in now, knowing that we're good enough now to compete in the East. Let's really try and do it once we get our star back. So I did pitch 3 trades, all of which are, I think, attainable and solve a need you sort of have. But the first trade, the Bulls, who early this year were one of the feel-good teams. Josh Giddey was playing like a man possessed, and all of a sudden reality struck them, and now they're getting built to ass every single night and they can't score. Everybody knows, even Bulls fans deep down know that team is not doing anything as is. They're just sort of biding time.
The Bulls. I don't even think it's deep down for Bulls fans. I think Bulls fans just look at that team going
what is this?
What are we doing? We have a bunch of random guys on this team. There's no real identity.
No cap space.
No cap space. I guess their biggest thing is they have their draft picks, I believe. I don't think they made any trades with their draft picks to get any of these guys.
You're having a hard time picking out guys who you think are playoff caliber players as on this roster. You if there are any, There might not be any besides this one guy, Vucevic, who's been in the playoffs and who's unexpiring this year. I think he's getting paid about $21 million a year. The Bulls trade him to the Celtics for Anthony Simons, a first-round pick and a second-round pick. Simons also on an expiring and is duplicative for the Bulls, but this is a team with no direction. The capital you're getting is the picks. And then you could potentially bring Simons back as a sixth man or whatever. Vucevic is good. He's too good to get you a bottom pick in the draft. Your team's too good to get a bottom pick in the draft. So you need to start stacking capital. And this guy's not your future because he's 32, 33. So get rid of him while his value is as high as possible. And I think the Celtics could use him as 6'10". He'd immediately be the third biggest guy on the team. And he can shoot the daylights out of the ball. Kind of could be like, dare I say, a better Al Horford. I mean, Horford was perfect for his role here, and he makes a lot less money. But this deal would be premised on the fact that maybe you can get Vuce in your room and be like, hey, let's take a team-friendly deal. You'll be contending here for the final end of your career, and you'll have minutes on this team. I just kind of see him being a stretch big. That's a luxury. I mean, besides when it's your main player like the Cavs, it's a luxury item to have on a contending team. Could he be our KP? Nobody. He's not 7'4". Nobody can be KP besides KP and maybe 3 other guys. But can he be Al Horford?
Yeah, my only pushback on this one, you already have a 6'10" stretch big, and that's Tatum coming back. You already have that on the floor, so
give me more. Give me more of those guys, though.
That's one thing I'd push back on. And 2 would be, we've seen what Joe does with guys who can't play defense. Like Simon's a staple to the bench most nights, even when he's killing it offensively. Garza hasn't gotten off the bench in 2 weeks. Like, even like your best defensive players, if they're just not on it that night, he staples you to the bench. Like, he doesn't care. Vucevic on a night-to-night basis might be like a bottom 15 defender in the league.
Counterpoint: he solves a lot of your spacing issues.
I mean, we have the 4th highest net offense right now in the league.
I know.
And with bad spacing, and we're going to get a 6'10" power forward that can shoot from the logo coming back. Like, our spacing will be fine. I'm not worried about that. Also, we have our best playmaker is going to be coming back with Tatum too. So you figure you can put him out there with Nemi, then I think Nemi's going to get even more easy looks too. So I'm not worried about spacing. I'm just worried about the defense, because defense is where we really are cutting our teeth this year. And I think that's how we're winning a lot of these games that we maybe shouldn't be in, and how we're competing in games that we shouldn't really be in. So I think defensively, I mean, look, it's a 1-year rental, so I don't hate it. You're giving up draft picks that aren't going to be good anyways. Like, you try to rental with Anthony Simons and it's not working. You can try it with Vucevic, and if it doesn't work, then you just don't re-sign him in the offseason, and your cap goes down, which is a big thing because you want to get underneath the repeater tax. So that's not bad, but I don't hate it. I mean, I'd push back on him being a better Horford, because what Horford brought defensively was so good for all those years.
But can he kind of do that? Like, Simons could never do that.
No, Vucevic can't do that at all.
Could he do some sort of semblance of even remotely close? It's just, you see it when we played this team straight up, but like a team like the Rockets, where they just they have one of the biggest lineups in the league, if not the biggest, dominated you. And that's how you beat this team. You're bigger. We win a lot of our plays on the margins. We out hustle you despite being limited, whatever, in terms of star talent. But like, our guys will go to the boards. Simons doesn't do that. Simons does what? Scores 20 points with the 3-ball. That's exactly what Vucevic does. I'd just rather have that at a guy who's 6'10" than a guy who's 6'4". Especially when you're going up against, this is what I'm talking about, bigger picture stuff. Like, not just to win the East. We already think they can do that, but to win against the cream of the crop, they're all going to throw huge lineups at you, and you're in trouble. So that's why, and obviously Vucevic is a sieve defensively. I'm trying to overlook that, but that is his biggest drawback. But that's Simons' drawback, and it's just that I think the size is going to be invaluable. And like I said, if he could do any sort of semblance of a defensive big, whether that be a mediocre one at best, I think that's going to be important. And either way, he's what, the second best big on the team.
Yeah.
I mean, Tatum's not a big though. He's a forward who can play big. I know, but they're not though. Vucevic is like 260.
Yeah, Tatum rebounds the ball just as well as he does and plays better defense.
Tatum rebounds the ball just about better than anybody besides Giannis, and that's not a 7'4" guy.
So I mean,
So that's kind of hard to hold
like I
against
said,
him.
it's a 1 year rental for a 1 year rental.
Yeah.
So if they did it, I wouldn't sound like I'd fucking tear the house down over them doing it. I just think that like Joe trying to coach him, Joe might actually try and fight him. Like I don't like. Can you imagine like the way that he screams at Josh Minoff for fucking up defensive plays? Can you imagine him fucking yelling at Vucevic? And do you think
Yeah, I
that
mean,
Vucevic
got
that as well?
Minot got 10 minutes last game because he thought he was fucking up. So,
Yeah, and that's like an integral part of your defense that you're willing to fucking staple to the bench and bring in Hugo, who's just an absolute dog.
I mean, they all do. Hugo, Jordan, and Minot all do kind of the same thing. I mean,
but if Vucevic is out there fucking dogging it on defense, he can't pull him because if he pulls him, that means Nemi's not getting his rest, or if Nemi's in foul trouble for some reason. So,
at the very least, he's like a Luka Garza times a million.
yeah.
So
goofy like that can shoot from our range, yeah.
I mean, the defense is like he's undersized, and the defense ain't going to be great, but I don't know. At least he can score 20 when he wants.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, it's I'm obviously trying to pitch it. The Celtics don't have to do any of these. You know, we could just kind of roll it out. I just don't think you're going to beat a team. You're not going to beat the cream of the crop, as is, and that's fine. I don't think we were planned on it, but now that we've exceeded expectations, maybe we start looking a little bit bigger.
Another thing too is you got to look at like why would the Bulls do that? Like you get some draft capital, but then you also just get another guard and wing that you already have a bunch of. Like you already have Kobe White, you already have Josh Giddey. Like all your best players are all like guards and wings, and you just got another one. So
if I can't sway on the draft cap, I mean, I'd be willing to part with some more picks, not too many more.
I would give them one more second at best. That's
yeah. I mean, it's an expiring deal. It's not they basically walk away with a bunch of picks. Both teams. Yeah, that's what happened. That's the two solid thing. The solid things.
Like honestly, you would be trading Vucevic for picks because Simons is not probably going to get re-signed to that roster because they already have that spot filled. So it's like you would have to entice them with picks because I don't know. And also, like they have another center outside of Vucevic. I don't think on that team. So
well, that's their own fault.
Like, why am I going to get rid of my only center? I mean, I guess that's a great way to tank.
Their issue scoring the ball.
I guess it's a great way to tank. Like you said, draft capital, and you could finally actually tank for once and not be 41-41. Like,
yeah, I mean, they're just like another year in the right in the middle. Like, okay,
right in the middle, you hit the 27th pick in the fucking first round, and
the shadow commission needs to step in and be like, for your own good, please, you're taking the third biggest market in the country out. Like they've been irrelevant in basketball for about a decade. Like, please do something. Another trade. This one, I actually kind of am worse with, just because I like the asset. We're sending over more, but Robert Williams for Sam Hauser and 2 second-round picks.
I love it because Rob Williams is coming back. I mean, this is all the things that I said while you were gone. The only thing is, I don't know if the Trailblazers would do this because the Trailblazers right now need actual like point guards. They don't need shooting guards. Like they're starting a guy who's a two-way guard right now because they're so hurt. And like, are you gonna bank on Dame coming back next year and being Dame? Like, are you gonna bank on Drew coming back next year and being Drew? Because those guys are both getting far too old to do this. So
I don't think that's their plan at all. I mean, it's just we have Denny Avdia.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about too. It's like, how much playmaking can you run through Denny Avdia and Shaden Sharp and your power forwards? So it's like, can you trust them with your playmaking or have Sam running out there? Or
I mean,
because Rob comes back, but that Andrew helps you out with your get onto the luxury tax too. Because if it doesn't work with Rob and you don't re-sign him, then you now have $10 million off your books.
It's just it's a little bit crazy to me that you're poo-pooing this from the Trailblazers. I think this is a no-brainer deal. You get off an expiring for 2 second-round picks and one of the best catch and shoot bench players for the next 4 years. Like
$10 million a year.
I don't even 10 million a year. Either way, who can't use a 40% knockdown 3-point shooter at 10 million a year? Anybody, any team would be lucky to have a guy like Hauser on it, including us. So like that's why I'm real hesitant to like say goodbye to that so quickly. And obviously for Robert Williams, who plays you want to talk about availability, he hasn't been available ever in his career. It's just basically how much can you get out of him for the playoffs in case Nemi rolls an ankle or something. Like, because other than that, the Nemi does everything Robert Williams does, but better and for a lot less.
Yeah, I mean, I like it for us because like if Rob's not playing, you still have Nemi out there. So
yeah, it's just that you get another center who has a pulse in case
yeah, and you can throw
Nemi or
him
God
out
forbid
there, and
something
nights where
happens.
a guy's a little bit more athletic and Nemi's having a hard time keeping up with him, or if Nemi gets in foul trouble, hey Rob, go give us 10 minutes of just bust your ass out there. He doesn't really have a spot on that team either because they have Klingon and Yang Hansen.
Well, right.
And Jeremy Grant too.
Who is immovable.
Yeah, I mean he's 6'7", brick wall. It's fucking wild.
But no, I mean like even if you wanted to trade him, nobody's in the Jeremy Grant market for that price.
No, but I'm just saying like that power forward center lineup over there it's already a fucking clusterfuck. I mean, look, I just think that they're looking for playmaking to help out with that. I think that's what they're really lacking on that team.
Well, I mean, you have two guards who are your future in Shaedon Sharpe and Scoot. I mean, are you willing to say this early that Scoot is a nothing burger and that was a huge whiff? I mean, I don't know.
I mean, has he even played this year? No, Scoot hasn't even played this year.
Well, I mean, he's played last year.
Yeah, I mean, last year's 5 assists and almost 3 turnovers a game.
So this is the thing: is like when he comes back, you give him a guy who's catch and shoot, doesn't need the ball, and you have your guy in Denny Avdia who can do it all, and then you have a bunch of. It's basically like it's Drew Holiday, Damian Lillard, Scoot Henderson, Shaedon Sharpe. Those are your guards, and then everybody else is 6'8" and above, and can like and nobody can get their own shot besides maybe Grant and definitely Avdia can. So, I don't know. Sam Hauser is another luxury item. And this is the deal I'm probably the most out on. So because I like Sam too much. Doesn't mean I don't like Anthony Simons, but it's just, to be honest, he's an expiring asset and he's duplicative on this team. Anyhow, next pick in the final trade, Celtics and the Clippers. This is all premised on the fact that the Clippers don't rally the troops, and they do realize that this is a lost season. John Collins for Anthony Simons and a first-round pick in 27. The money works both on expiring. The thing you're giving up is a pick in the draft. And honestly, you can add more picks if you wanted. Thoughts?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I think you would have to add more picks for them to take that.
Is John Collins that much better of an asset than Anthony is?
I think so.
Why?
For what he does. I think for what he does on both ends of the floor, defensively and offensively. I think he's just so valuable defensively. I think that he's an underrated defender across the board. I mean, he's a 6'9" power forward that can basically switch 2 through 5. Like the quick guards are the only ones he can't really guard. And he's still offensively averaging 12 and 5, I believe it was.
Yeah, and Simmons is what, like 18 and 4 assists? I mean, they do different things.
Yeah, I mean, and also like, if you look at the Clippers right now, it's like for them to take Simons and do that as the trade, it's like that means that they're probably going to be trying to give up on
Kawhi
or Harden.
Yeah, so you need a point guard. They need a point guard anyways.
They would need a point guard, but they're also like looking at it like, hey, we're going to want some more draft capital to build around the point guard too.
Fine, I'll send you another first round pick and maybe a second.
And also, they might want more picks. They might just start asking people for more picks and teams for more picks because who knows how many of theirs they're going to have left if this Kawhi thing falls through the way we think it's going to.
Yes.
They might be trying to stash picks based off of trades just so that they can have picks to use.
Well, they don't have their own. So if this is like, we really screwed this team for a decade. So like, we're going to try and stash. I'll part with a bunch of 20-30 picks. Fuck it. By then the Jays will be in their mid 30s. Like,
I figured either you give them one more first round or you give them 2 second-round picks on top
Sure.
of what that is, and I feel like that would be a good offer for him.
How do you think Collins would fit in this team
Oh,
with the
perfect. Are you
Celtics?
kidding me? Another defensive dog out there, a fucking guy who's a great roll man.
Can
Another
shoot.
guy out there with Nemi too. Shoots like 31% from three on 3 shots a game. I think I looked up.
Could be
So
better.
it's not, could be better, but I mean, also like I don't know what. He's probably getting pretty good looks. He's playing with Kawhi and Harden too. So I can't even say I don't know what looks he's getting. But I mean, on this team, his rim running ability is going to be fitting perfectly with Tatum. I mean, it's going to be a tough screen because it depends on who's covering him. If you go small and he's your center and you can get there big on him, then yeah, you can set that Tatum and him screen. But if you run Nemi out there with him, then I don't think that's going to work as well because the size of the player that's covering John Collins is probably going to be close to the same size as the guy who's covering Tatum. So
I kind of like this because you could kind of roll out like a super big lineup, like a jumbo package. You could do like Derek White, JB, JT, Collins, and Nemi out there at the same time. Like
yeah,
that is a lineup that kind of fucks. Yeah.
and then if like JB or something, or you could even fucking swap out D White for like Minot or something like that, and just have Tatum be like your hub. Or JB's been doing such a good job of it this year, you can even have him be your hub. Have like JB your point, Jaylen Brown's your point guard, Tatum's your 2 guard, Minot's at the 3, John Collins at the 4, and Kate at the 5.
He also allows for flexibility the other way. We've had a lot of success with this super small lineup, definitely in transition. He's a good enough athlete at that size where he could fit into that pretty smoothly. So he allows more flexibility. And like I said, Anthony Simons is like they're at best, both rentals. Fine. I'd rather do with the 6'9" guy. But those are 3 trades. That's all premise. We don't have to do anything. If we wanted to just play out the string, have Tatum come back when he wants, I'm okay with that too. It's all gravy. But, the competitor in us, I think that's kind of like this team is a few pieces away for sure from actually competing. And even then, shit probably has to break your way because of just how stacked it is out west. But, yeah. So let's not. I'd rather strike while the iron's hot because these windows we think they're open forever and then they just slam shut. Celtics look ahead. Not a lot of games this week, but we do play the Pistons on the 15th. That'll be a big matchup. See how we can do. Against we handled them last time without Kata in the lineup, so in theory everybody will be healthy besides JT. So that's about it. What do you think? I mean, we have other games on the 19th and 20th, but that'll be for next week's episode.
Jesus Christ, so fucking spread out. I mean, I don't see why we couldn't go 3-0 in this. We've already beat have we even played the Heat yet this year?
No,
I don't think we have.
They're sneaky. I mean, they lost. They're on a 4-game losing streak, but they have risen.
Yeah, I suppose on a big coach of the year push this year. Finally might get one. And Toronto, you just beat them too. I don't understand how they're so good. They're just so well rounded. I guess is the only thing that keeps them afloat because like there's nobody on the team stands out to me.
I mean, they have a big lineup, starting 5, and their bench is really good. Shed or whatever his name is, he's really outperformed Imamu. Like those 2 bench players have like when one of their guys goes like cold, like Bi or Scotty, like the bench, it's like a solid 20 points coming off the bench. So, but they've also played a shit schedule. So, and they've lost to all the good teams they've played. So there's also that. Maybe they're not that good. And their coach Rakovich or whatever his name is I like him a lot.
He fights for his guys, which is really cool to see.
I mean, have we ever been in a situation where there's like just such a dearth of good coaches? I mean, you have your mainstays and your crappers, Shout out to you, Doc Rivers. But, in terms of like
Is it correlated? Like, is it correlated to the skill in the league now? Like, is it just easier to coach now because you don't have fucking guys that you have to coach around? Like, if you think about like the 80s, you had guys out there that were just there to fight and like they'd get like 5 or 6 rebounds. And it's like, all right, I have to find a way to coach around the fact that this guy has to play 30 minutes a night because if he doesn't, then somebody's gonna fucking punch Michael Jordan in the head. Like, you know what I mean? Like nowadays, it's like even your bench guy could go off for 30, like on a lot of teams.
Yeah, it's a
So
good
like, is it
question.
correlated to like the all around skill set of the league? I mean, even teams that are bad at drafting have a couple of good guys on their team still.
How do you explain Doc Rivers?
As a bad coach, like the playoffs is where the cream rises to the top. That's where you find out who the great coaches are. But
Well, shouldn't
like,
he, in theory, have risen too? I mean, he has never been back to the finals.
well, I don't think he's ever had a team as good as that either, though. And you got Chris Paul, the choker.
He had an MVP. He coached an MVP.
Oh, was Giannis the MVP that year?
No, Joel Embiid.
No, another fucking playoff choker.
Well, I don't think with Doc Rivers you can.
Ben Simmons on that team too. Wasn't that the year Ben Simmons had like 1 point in the game against the Celtics? No, that was a different year because we knocked him out that year, and then the Ben Simmons year when he threw him under the bus was against the Hawks.
But I mean, his entire Clippers run, like, you can't say the talent was bad on that team.
Chris Paul, the choker on his team.
What's the common thread?
Yeah, I know it is.
At some point, that stink gets on the coach.
I think Doc Rivers as a good coach has been overrated.
I mean,
he's a good coach. I don't know if he's a great coach.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to do anything groundbreaking. I think he's more of a type of guy who bring in to like rally the personalities. It didn't work in his last stop, but you know, that's what he's not like going to be an X and O guy. But even, yeah, I don't know. Is the one bad coach?
The championship team had Tom Thibodeau as one of the coaches too. So
yeah, I mean,
he had 4 Hall of Famers on that team.
Missoula also got the same assistant coach in Cassell from Doc.
Yeah,
he won a championship with him. I'm just saying. I don't know. Yeah, you know what? That's probably honestly it, but I just think there is a slew of, like, this guy Rajakovic, the Raptors coach. He's in third place for coach of the year. And he's probably a long shot considering his team's probably going to hit the skids here. But then you got a guy like Missoula who's like not even in the ladder, who's like coaching his fucking ass off. So,
oh yeah,
I don't know. I mean, maybe, but yeah, it's just the one thing I guess you can walk away from is in the dearth of good coaches, Joe Missoula is getting overlooked, and it's kind of shameful.
I mean, even JJ should be up there. I think higher in coach of the year because like they haven't been healthy like all year.
No,
and they're still third in the West.
Yeah, their team is not indicative of their record. Like their record has outperformed their level of talent on a night-to-night basis.
Yeah, I think that team could easily be like a first-round exit in the West.
I mean, yeah, it depends.
Because of how the flaws of that team are just there. But the way he's coached this year has been unbelievable to get a team that's been that hurt and still trying to figure out what they are to a 17-6 record. Getting what he's getting out of Austin Reeves on a night-to-night basis. I mean, DeAndre Ayton is your starting center, and you're still not the worst defense.
Fucking in the West, yeah.
It's impressive, it really is.
Yeah, it is. It is. And I don't like the guy, but yeah, he's doing a good job.
I like
yeah, I mean, yeah, he's kind of a snide dickhead.
It's how he's always fucking been. At least
yeah, it's just the dookiness of him, you know. I guess.
Well, our favorite fucking person in the fucking NBA is a dookie, so
true. JET is like the aberration, though.
He's the most quiet fucking guy.
He's the most non-Duke guy ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, that's your C's. Not much to rehash, but we're gonna do. And I asked you to do this, and Simmons did it on his podcast. But an NBA power rankings, a quick check-in about a quarter of the way through the year. And I want you to give a sentence for each team as we go down them. I want to start bottom to top. So we'll start at the bottom of the league.
We'll start at number 1?
No, number 30.
Because you got them in order down here, so.
Well, go by your own list.
All right. Well, look,
who's the 30th?
Hey, look, I'm right there with you, all right? But I'm just
Who's
looking at
the
the way you have
30th
your
best
list
team in the
on
league?
the fucking thing. It says the one first. I got the Pelicans as the 30th. I'm
You got the
also taking
Pelicans as
into
the worst
account
team?
like I have. I'm also taking into account their like what they have to look forward to, like their future.
Yeah.
So like I got the Pelicans as number 30. I mean, like you don't have control of your first round pick next year, and you're this bad. Your best asset is Zion, and like good luck trading him because I don't know what you're gonna get for him. His
Mm,
contract's crazy. You don't know if he's gonna play. Like I don't know who's trading for Zion right now. Derek Queen's been a revelation, and you
Well,
got
yeah, I
Herb
was gonna
Jones,
say that like
but
saves them, I think, from the worst spot because Fears
Derek
is
Queen and Herb
something and
Jones,
Queen
like
is
they're not gonna get you out of. They're gonna be good enough to get you out of like a top pick that you don't have anyways. So
well, that's the thing. They also don't I know you're down on the asset of Zion, but he is an asset and he will fetch a price because I think they are going to trade him.
you
But
better hope some draft picks.
he's not the only guy on the team that's worth money. Like Herb Jones, Trey Murphy, these are all guys who
But
are
those guys, you cannot trade those guys. Like that's your core. You gotta try and way you
your core is a 3-win team.
Dumar's fucked you so bad. Like if that was your core and you could have had your first round pick this year, then you would have been good to go. Like imagine if you just swapped in like the Vance on this team or one of the boozers.
No, I
Like
mean
this team would be fucking unbelievable next year. But now you have zero shot at getting that because you gave up an unprotected first round pick.
to get
All you had to
Derek
do is
Queen.
look at like a top 5 fucking protected first round pick, and you've been golden because your team was going to suck anyways. And then Dumar is saying, "Oh, this trade wasn't about this year. Now you have fucking 3 wins and you don't have your pick next year. Like, what the fuck was this trade for then? Because next year you're not going to be any better. You don't have anything to pick up in the offseason unless you trade Zion for something.
Well, they'll
But
have a lot of cap space, I
uh,
imagine.
yeah, but like free agency is tough. Like for the teams like that because they don't have a draw. Like, am I going to go play with Zion? Because some nights he's going to play, then other nights he's
No,
not. So
this
maybe
is
I'm
all
not going to.
Zion's like I don't think he's going to be on this team at the end of the year.
Yeah, that's that. You just got to trade him for as much draft capital as you can. But as of right now, he's still on the team, so I can't rank them above 30.
I mean, listen, we're splitting hairs here. I have him at 29, but I just think that they have a plethora. Derek Queen to me can be a much better player than Alexander Sarr, at least what he's shown. Now he's been in the league a lot less. But I just think in terms of ceiling, what Queen can do is potentially like franchise altering. And they have guys that they can move for pieces. I mean, who in the Wizards is moving for pieces? Like CJ McCollum, and even then, good luck trying to move that deal. Chris Middleton, like no, Herb Jones, Trey Murphy, they're all better ass. If you wanted to cash those chips in and go full rebuild because you fucked yourself out of your own rebuild, then you have the pick, you have pieces to do it, or at least some semblance of it. And for that reason, the Wizards are the worst team to me because they don't have that. And
Yeah, we just had him flipped because
yeah,
my literal only reason was that the Wizards have their pick next year. So
fair,
like you're gonna get a top 5 pick next year added onto this team. So
absolutely fair. And they do have pieces that they can probably will trade off if able to. So your Wizards are 29th. Who's your 28th over best team in the league?
I have the Nets.
Okay, go ahead.
Uh, they're just so young. They have nobody signed, so they have shitloads of cap space. They're gonna organically improve based on the fact that they're so young. Like guys are just gonna get better because the minutes are gonna be there for everybody. And I think that like going forward, they're not in a good spot because they're fucking what are they 6 and 17, so they're not in a great spot. But
But this is, I also want you to be like, so maybe this is a little bit wrong. I didn't want you to rank them according to outlook for their franchise. I want you to also rank them in terms of how they played this year. So you're
yeah,
telling
so
me the Nets are a worse team than the Pacers?
yeah, I would
In a head-to-head matchup, who do you think would be the favorite?
Pacers.
Well, how do you figure?
I think you got Nemhard and you got Siakam still. So I mean I think that outweighs MPJ and whoever the second best player is on the Nets right now.
Claxton, Cam Thomas, and then like
Yeah,
a bunch of other guards.
yeah, and then you got Nemhard and you got Crash, fucking
So good
Neesmith.
you don't even remember his name. Former Celtic Aaron Neesmith.
My brain's
Uh,
fucking so
are the Pacers far behind them, or are they in front of them?
they are. I have the pages at number 25.
Okay, so yeah, the Nets. I mean, the Nets are like, who wants MPJ?
Yeah,
If like anybody, we have 17 guards, so let's try and flesh out a team around them.
Trailblazers are looking for guards.
Yeah, I mean, like it's what the fuck are we doing here? Their team makes no sense. They might have their. I think they have their own picks, so that's good. But like, I don't know. I'd probably want MPJ far away from my team, and considering he's playing kind of well this year, I'd try and cash that value.
Yeah, you need to get something from him and make sure it's not fucking draft picks because you're not supposed to make 5 fucking first round draft picks. Like you're just not supposed to do that. You're supposed to trade those for actual players. Like,
I mean, like, listen, if I'm Ainge and I'm the Nets, I'm like, give me all the draft picks you can. But yeah, I'm not going to go in the draft and pick 4 guards in the first round. I'm going to like package some picks and try and get real players around the guys they're really just like, we're throwing it against the wall and whatever sticks. And so far, the only thing sticking is MPJ. Not a great place if you're a Nets fan. Who's your next worst team?
so what are we going on, number 27?
Yeah.
I got the Kings.
These are the dregs. These are the dregs of the league.
Yeah, I got the Kings here.
Okay, go ahead.
They're the Kings. That's all I have to say about that.
I mean,
they're already looking to blow it up. They just put this fucking team together in the offseason, and we're already hearing rumors about them fucking blowing it up. It's like
they were looking to blow it up last month.
Like, it's bad.
But also, like, everybody's making a shit ton of money. Like, who wants these guys?
Yeah, I mean, like,
who can afford these guys?
Sabonis is like, he's pretty good, but like, he can't be your centerpiece on a championship team. But he's getting paid like it. Levine has never been on a winning team, and he's getting paid even more than Sabonis. And does that leave you like Russell Westbrook and DeMar DeRozan? Like
they go the King season can be summed up like this, right? They spent all off season. They have these guys, all these old guys who are making $50 million or whatever. They're not championship winning players, unfortunately, but they're good players. And then you go ahead and you're like, all right, we need kind of like a veteran point guard to come in and rally these guys and maybe distribute the ball in the best way possible, can also score. So they go through the pains of signing a Dennis Schroeder, who can do that. I mean, he's of an affordable deal. They go through the pain. He's a veteran. He played well in Euroball. Like, he's a guy who can do that. You sign him in the offseason, and then right before the season starts, Russell Westbrook is available. And actually, let's just throw $3 million at him and immediately have him play over Dennis Schroeder.
That's
and, and then they pay Keegan Murray like $150 million. So it's like,
he's like the only good asset is Keegan Murray, and you overpaid him. So
he hasn't played this year. I don't even think, didn't he? He had like surgery immediately.
Yeah, but he was the only good young player that you had, and even then you overpaid him.
Yeah, and it's just it's like corporate malfeasance. The franchise, it's just bad.
They're fucking laundering money through that fucking organization somehow or some way. That's the only explanation for this. Why their fucking bill is so high every year.
It sucks. I would hate to be a Kings fan. I don't imagine there are many, but that's brutal. You just every single time you take a step forward, you get knocked back 10. Who's your next worst team? This would be
number 26.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the Clippers.
Wow. Go ahead.
I mean, that team, like, there's like Kawhi's playing and he's playing well. Paul George has been playing a decent amount. You're not dealing with injuries and you're still this fucking bad. And it's like you're a second apron team. You have no room to make any fucking moves. Like, and you're just shitting down your fucking leg around every corner. And they're just getting worse and worse. And the vibes are getting worse and worse. And bringing into their future, like, they can't do anything in the next couple of years. Because you don't even know if you're gonna have picks next year.
No, they don't have their own pick. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. an NBA decides to give you for the death penalty.
Yeah, but this is an outlook. This isn't just an outlook. This is on a night-to-night basis. And I know it hasn't resulted in a lot of wins, but let's be completely honest. This team does not fit with the other ones we just talked about.
I mean, on a night-to-night basis, this team is also very bad. They're 6-18, and we just put the 6-18 Pacers at 28. So
I
think they should.
understand. I
One of these teams,
understand.
why Leonard on it, and they're still fucking doing 6-18. So
They're a month of solid play away. They're a month of solid play away from being in the playoffs. And they can do it.
So the Pacers.
But the Pacers can't do that. Their best player is not playing.
Well, what have the Clippers shown you that says that they can do that? Because they've been healthy. They're not going to get healthier.
This is the same exact team, and they were in third place in the West last year. Like, you know, I don't know. Like, they sucked, and it's been really bad to watch, and they might be broken.
In the offseason.
But okay, fine. And that was a huge misstep.
In the offseason, too, I believe, right?
That's not a huge loss, and you know that.
Well, that's 20 points a game for Norm Powell, and that's half your defense with Derrick Jones Jr.
Norm Powell is the one that, you know, for sure. But that doesn't, they're rolling out 2 Hall of Famers on a night-to-night who are still playing kind of well. Like,
and they could have been rolling out 3, but they decided to send one home in Miami.
Yeah, okay, but yes, come on. You're being disingenuous.
There's nothing that this team has done this year that tells me, hey, they're going to string together a month of good play, especially not playing in the West.
That's completely fair.
Kawhi could fucking roll an ankle and not play for the rest of the year. Like, Paul George could fucking fall and hurt his shoulder. Like,
he's not on the team.
PG's not on the team anymore?
It hasn't been for years.
Well, fuck. What drugs am I on that I'm thinking PG's on the fucking Clippers?
He used to be. I mean, up until 2-3 seasons ago, before he moved to Philly.
Oh, that's why I fucking thought he was on the Clippers, because he plays for another team where he never fucking plays.
So are they missing much? Like a no?
No, I mean, like, you have James Harden playing at a Hall of Fame level. Like, he's not going to keep up this for the whole year.
What about James Harden's career has told you that he won't do this during the regular season? Because this has been him. The one thing you can bet money on is that he won't do it in the playoffs. I'm just saying.
He's fucking 16 years in the league. He's 36 years old. Like, and right now he's giving you 27, 5, and 8. You think he's going to do that for the entire year?
I mean, he's doing it.
I mean, he's doing it now when you're 6-18. So what happens when it drops down to 24, 3, and 5?
And maybe the rest of the players show up.
No, they haven't yet. They're not going to going forward.
There's just too much talent, Steve, and you know it. They don't belong here with the rest of them.
Like you said, we're not looking at how much talent they have. We're not looking forward. We're looking at how they're playing right now. And right now they're a 6-18 team. I can't put them that far ahead of the Pacers.
You have me fucked up. The reason why I'm not looking forward, there's no future for this team right now on a night to night, and it's not good now, but it doesn't mean it can't get good. And
well, right now it's bad. I'm putting them right there at fucking 26.
If any of the top 20 and down teams, which one do you think has the highest chance of rising?
From 20 down?
The bottom 20 teams, or the 20 down. Yeah, like the last 10 teams. The worst 10 teams. Who do you think has the highest chance of rising? The Bucks?
Yeah, because the Bucks are going to get Giannis back at some point.
I see what you're saying. Addition by subtraction. Getting rid of the PER leader, Hall of Famer.
Well, if they don't get rid of him. You didn't tell me if they don't get rid of him and he comes back to play, then yeah.
I mean, you think, are they getting rid of him?
And also, like, they play in the East, so they're going to have a lot better record.
But also, the team is way worse than the Clippers team.
They're going to get rid of him, but I don't know if they can do it in the middle of this year, though.
We went off on it's just, so listen, it's not been good. I'm defending the team that I've shat on for the past month and a half, for sure, and they deserve every single minute of it. But for me, they are their own category. They're not quite in the dregs, even though their record belongs with the dregs, just because they're a month away from being right back in the Western playoffs. And I think they have the capability of doing it. I'm not saying that will happen or even is likely to happen, but it can happen. So that's why, for me, like, there's nothing the Hornets, the Kings, the Nets, the Pacers can do this year to shoot themselves into the playoffs.
I mean, do you know what rank they are in points per game right now?
The Clippers?
Yeah.
What are they scoring?
111.6.
25th?
27th.
Ooh, close.
There's only 3 teams worse than them offensively. Like, I don't see that getting any better. They're not adding any scoring to this team. And defensively, you're 19th out of 30 teams. You give it up 116.8.
It's just can Kawhi, how can Kawhi do what he's done before? Who
At this
knows?
age, though, it's not
Well,
like he's
you've
got to
never
be
been this
healthy.
age before.
That's true. Nobody's ever been this age before. As you're listening to this, you've never been this age before because it's a new second in the day.
It's just I don't know, but no, they're not worse off. I mean, they are worse off than all the other teams, but in the long run, but not in the short term for me. So you have the Clippers at what? I'm sorry, 26th, 25th?
Yeah, 26, yeah.
For me, they're in their own category called the Clippers, and they're the only team in it. What's your next
you
worst
also
team?
only have them 2 spots ahead of where I have them, so.
Yeah, I have them at 24 over
So
the
it's
Dregs.
not like you had them at like 15 and we're over here arguing about the fucking Clippers. Like,
But they are a team of contention. I don't think they're what I'm saying is completely unfounded, and definitely what you're saying is not unfounded. So we'll see. 25th, you have the Pacers.
Yeah, I have the Pacers.
Go ahead.
I mean, they're 6-18 without their best player right now. I mean, I can't knock them for that.
Yeah, I mean they're tanking.
They're tanking, but they're not doing a very good job of it. Honestly, if you're 6-18, like you should probably. It's pretty easy to fucking tank in this league when you don't have a starting guy. I mean, this is just making fucking Tyrese Halliburton look so fucking good for how far he carried that team last year. I know they had Miles Turner last year too, but
it's a different style of game when he's in there, though. In terms of pace, it's just different.
I feel like they would have been so good this year without Turner if Tyrese was playing because I think he just slowed them down too much.
Well, that's what I was in a season that's been lost because your guy popped his Achilles in the finals. Like you knew the season was going to be a wash, kind of like how where we're at. Although for whatever reason, our guy is coming has every intention on coming back.
Well, also, our guy popped his Achilles like
a week or two ahead of him,
month and a half, 2 months before.
Yeah, just about maybe no, not 2 months.
He did it
about a month.
Yeah, it was June when June was the final, so he has about a month earlier.
Yeah, but
and
still.
It's also like you look at the Celtics too, and it's like you have JB, you have D White, you have the 6th man of the year coming back too. So like you're gonna have a good team. So if Tatum can come back and play this year, then you might have a shot where
the Pacers definitely struck gold last year.
Even like last year, it was Tyrese playing unbelievable, got them to where they were, and they probably knew they weren't going to re-sign Miles Turner too.
I mean, he was a cardiac king last year. Like literally their season hinged on like 3 of his shots that all went in. So
yeah,
like they kind of had a horseshoe up their ass. They're a good team though, and I think that's why
you're. If he didn't get hurt, I'll stand on that. The way he started off that game 7, because whenever he played aggressive, then they win those games, and he hit his first 3 threes that game.
I mean, it's an interesting thought exercise. It's really easy to say now that they were never going to win, but we obviously know how.
We're winning at halftime without him, so that's my thing. Like the second half, the Thunder just went on a run, and there's nobody left on the Pacers to
answer.
To go on their own run.
Fair. We'll never know, but
no, it's
for sure. I think there's some credence there.
It's chicken or the fucking egg, is what it is.
It's a good team, and that's like they almost don't feel like they belong here because they're so much better than all these other teams, and they have a future. But it's just in terms of a night-to-night basis, they're not winning, and that's because their guy is not playing, and they don't have another guy who can. Like they don't have a Jaylen Brown walking through that door. So, yeah, I have the Pacers at 28 just because they're tanking and they know they're tanking, so they're not going to try. But they're too talented to like be the worst. Yeah, and then I have the Kings at 26. I mean, we already talked about it. I mean, what the fuck are we doing? Who is your 24th team?
I have the Jazz at 24.
Okay, go ahead.
What the fuck are you doing? You're supposed to be losing. Like that's your only fucking job as the Jazz is to lose, and you're not fucking losing.
Well, it's another situation where it's like you built a team that can win sometimes, like when they're really playing their ass off.
Yeah, you got good young players.
You have a max guy in Lauri Markkanen.
Yeah, he's a killer this year too. He's playing unbelievable.
So it's like, what are we doing?
Like, hey, at what point do we just tell Lauri, hey, your foot hurts real bad today. I hate to break it to you, but you're not playing for 2 weeks. Like,
Well, that's the thing. Is like they have a nice foundation of players, and they're competitive on. They beat the Celtics. So and then they have Larry Markkinen, who they probably will cash in on this year. So
Yeah, they say they're not going to cash in on him, but like when somebody comes with a real offer, they're going to cash in on him.
I mean, their season sort of and it's weird to say because the guy is not like a lady changer, lady changer, a game changer, um, all the time. But like Walker Kessler going down for the year, I think that was kind of like your season's over for them.
That was tough, yeah.
And he's like, it's weird to say because he's not like some sort of rock star, but he is a good enough player where it's like you kind of need everything to go right to be competitive.
He just set up on that team. Like you needed him there, like backing up Laurie.
Yeah, I mean, Yusuf Nurkic is doing his damn best, but he's Yusuf Nurkic. Um,
As much
anyhow,
so Nurkic, he has his flaws, and he's a great backup center. But like if you're relying on him too much, that's when it starts to fall apart.
yeah, I mean, a game winner over us. I have the Jazz at 23. So yeah. So how much can we get for Laurie? That's their question going through the rest of the year. What's your next team?
23, I have the Hornets.
Okay, I have the Hornets at 25. Go ahead.
How the fuck is this team winning? Like if you look at LaMelo's numbers, they're fucking atrocious.
What are
And
they?
they're still winning. Like Con Knipple's fucking killing it this year.
Second place for Rookie of the Year.
Like he's unbelievable. Like let me look at these fucking numbers for LaMelo again. I mean, this is just it's
I mean,
gross.
he got off to a really hot start.
Yeah, well now he's at 19, 6, and 8.5 assists. But he's also shooting 38.6 from the field, 28.5 from three. Like that's
awful.
pretty brutal. Like
Yeah.
you get 19 points and you're shooting 38% from the field. Like
I mean, so it's like, yeah, I guess that for what I wrote for them is their big question is like, when do we get out of the LaMelo Ball business? When is enough enough?
Yeah.
And they're at a weird inflection point now because they have a lot of young talent. They still have Brandon Miller. They have Concanupple going to win, given a decent run for Rookie of the Year. Ryan Kalkbrenner. They have other guys that they can move or keep. You know, they have a slew of young guys. But I'm
Colin Sexton on that team too. Yep.
The sex man. Who's the guy who domestic violence?
Oh, Miles Turner.
No.
Miles Bridges. Sorry.
Yeah. No, Miles Turner. I'm sure you're a great partner.
Yeah. No, Miles Turner likes his Legos. Shout out Miles Turner.
Yeah.
Off the court, you're a great guy. On the court, you fucking stink.
Miles Bridges. He's not nothing in this league, so you cash him in, get him out of there, and go with the young guys. Like when is enough enough?
Yeah, I mean, fucking LaMelo's hurt again. Has another ankle injury. That's not uncommon for him. That's tough. I hate to see it, but I mean, the team's playing really well as a unit. Charles Lee, former assistant for the Celtics, coaching his ass off over there.
Two guys who are former Will Hardy for the Jazz and
I mean, fucking both in absolute fucking shit situations, but like coaching their asses off.
Fortunately, those are teams who are often looking for coaches.
Yeah, that's just a tough one. I mean, that's one where it's just like when you go apply for another job, like, hey, can you please just look at the wins? Because like the rest of the time they were just telling me to lose. Like,
yeah. So we feel bad for our guys, Will and Charles, but yeah, they're not in the worst spot, and they can beat you on a night-to-night basis. The Jazz and the Hornets. I have the Jazz as sellers at the deadline. You could also argue that the Hornets could be sellers too, but I put them in the dregs just because I just don't know how readily movable their pieces are. Like I don't know who can afford a LaMelo and who's also willing to go in for a LaMelo. You know?
Yeah, that's a tough one because like, how much do you want to mortgage your future on LaMelo?
Right.
He's not healthy all the time. He's an electric player when he plays, but we're looking at his efficiency going down the tubes this year. Another ankle injury.
I'll tell you what, the Hornets and the Kings are cruising for a trade. this in the middle of the year. They're going to trade stuff for stuff.
It's not going to make a difference in either conference.
It's
just going to be a surprise when the fucking Celtics play the fucking Hornets. It's like, holy fuck, Domantas Sabonis plays with the Hornets now? What the fuck?
And we'll start talking about how like the new look Kings have LaMelo Ball He's from California, so maybe, but
I tell you what, a LaMelo Ball and Zach LaVine like 2-man fast break would be really fun to watch, just to see the crazy pass that LaMelo would make and the dunk that LaVine would come up with.
yeah, but they better have goddamn Wembanyama behind there because that defense is going to be brutal.
They're gonna make the Wizards defense look like Fort Knox.
Yeah, they'd kill for a SAR. Yeah, okay. So those are I have these next teams comfortably in the sellers category. Steve, who is your, what are we, 23 now?
22.
22. Who is your 22nd?
I got the Trailblazers at 22.
Go ahead. I have them at 21. Just one ahead.
Their defense has been unbelievable this year. I mean, Tamari Kamara is an absolute animal. That's how they're winning a lot of their games, just defensively, just dogs. It's they're struggling to score the ball. Denny Adria is playing out of his mind right now. Who knows if he can keep that up? I mean, all I got for notes is free time, Lord. Just get him the fuck out of there. Like, I mean, like we talked about with the trade, there's already enough centers over there.
Yeah,
and the injuries could help drop them to the bottom of the standings. Like they go from 22 to fucking 28 real quick on the power rankings because you got Drew's out, you got Scoot's out. You're starting a two-way player right now as your starting point guard. Like it's playing 29 minutes a game, so it could get ugly real quick for the Trailblazers.
Yeah, I mean, it would be hilarious though. Like the Thunder they just win every single rest of the game and win the finals, and the one loss is to the Trailblazers as they're like picking in the top 5. It would be funny. Just a weird sliding doors NBA moment. But yeah, I think with the Trailblazers,
it'll be a second question on Jeopardy. Like who was the one team to beat the 2025 like Oklahoma City Thunder?
Right. Yeah, the Portland Trailblazers. Yeah, there was a lot of good guys on that team. Anyhow, it's another team with a lot of stuff. And they have an interesting mix of young and old guys and talent where if they wanted to sell off a lot of their older assets and go full tank, they could do that. Or if they want to kind of swap out pieces and flesh out the team, they could do that as well. It's a stuff team. And they're probably the team that nobody wants to play on a night-to-night basis, but they still don't win any games. It's weird. It's weird because they play a gritty in-your-face defense for what they do right. But it's just not amounted to much in terms of wins and losses. And they're in the West, so if they were in the East, maybe we're talking about them as a playoff team. Who knows? Who's your 21st overall team?
Let me look. For 21, I have the Memphis Grizzlies.
Okay, go ahead.
They're just kind of there. Like I don't.
It's true. They are there in Memphis.
They don't really have a lot going on for them. They're just winning games somehow.
They're 11 and 13.
11 and 13. Ja plays sometimes. Ja doesn't play other times. Zach Edey's played unbelievable this year. I think that's really the only thing they got going for him. Santi Aldama's playing pretty well. I mean, I have it written down here. Like, what's your next step? Because like right now, you look like a ship with no rudder. Like you just look like you're just out there floating because you don't know what you're doing with Ja. You don't Triple J. You can't build around. It's
I think that's your issue right there, pal.
You got two guys that you can't build around. So it's
Ja, you can maybe build around if he ever figures it out.
No, I can't trust him to figure it out. It's been 5 years at this point. He's either injured or he's doing stupid shit to get himself suspended. It's like I can't build around you if you're not going to play.
And for what Triple J, he's not a max player by any stretch, and they handicapped themselves by paying him but he is a good player. He's a good player,
but he's not a build around player though.
He is an extreme for playoff time. He's a player that will be invaluable just because of his defense. And what
he also has games where he just fouls out too.
I mean, he's not on a great team, man. Imagine if Triple J was on this team with the Celtics, like where he has a coach who's defensive minded and like everybody's an elite defender. Like imagine how hard it would be to score on this team if we just had Triple J. And yeah, the rebounding stinks. He can't shoot the ball as well as he did, but he still scores about 18 a game. Like he's a good drive guy still. He's not a piece that you build around for sure. He's a piece that you use as to flesh out the team. And unfortunately, the Grizzlies are paying him like the former instead of the latter.
He's like a third. He should be like your third guy on your team.
Yeah, Triple J
Like,
would be a great
if
third.
you're your third guy on your team, then you're good.
Yeah,
But right now, they're putting it on him to be the second guy on the team.
and he's not.
And a lot of nights, it's the first guy on the team because Ja doesn't play.
Well, that's the other issue is that this team is like, yeah, they're talented. There's a lot of pieces that I think are good pieces. There's definitely, some elite pieces there for sure for what they do. It's just, can you ever rally these guys to outperform 500? And they're doing it now, but like, can they do it for a season?
Well, they're not. They're not doing it now.
Well, they're 11 and 13, and what, they won like 4 games in a row or something.
It's still below 500 though.
Well, right, but that's how bad they won 2 games in a row, and they're Are they that much worse than the Warriors? I don't think you could say that because the Warriors are not healthy.
Yeah, I would say they're that much worse than the Warriors.
Why?
Because the Warriors have at least they're not healthy, but you're gonna have one of Steph or Jimmy or Draymond out there, and like
Who cares?
That's at least like somebody to work around.
Yeah, but the Grizzlies have like 6 wings they'll throw at you with Zach Edey at 7'1" and Triple J, who's about 20 a night with elite defense.
I just trust the guys in the Warriors more to do it than I do the guys in the Grizzlies.
If the Warriors had Triple J instead of Al Horford and Kuminga, how much better of a team would they be?
Well, yeah, I mean you have fucking one guy who hasn't played because he's old and he's been injured, and another guy who hasn't played because he just doesn't listen to anybody. So yeah, let me take 2 nothing burgers and swap in anything for them. Like,
but those were 2 of their biggest moves in the offseason. Everybody's like, the Warriors are gonna fuck.
Well, they only did the Kuminga one so that they could do the fucking Al Horford one, but we all know Al's just gonna play. Is there just to play in the playoffs? So
they ain't gonna make it. They ain't gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah, they're close. It's gonna be tough. They're gonna need a big stuff.
They're playing at best.
Yeah, I mean that's better than the Grizzlies though. You got to the dance.
Not by much. It's 2 games.
Well, do you think the Grizzlies are gonna be a play-in team this year?
No.
So yeah, then the Warriors are better than.
Having said that, no, I don't. I have the Grizzlies at 19. I mean, yeah, it's just mid. I have them in the category of mid risers and fallers, and they're risen because they were in the dumps. But not, how far can they go if when they're full strength? Who is your 20th? Are we on 20 or 20th?
Yeah, I got 20. I got the Bucks at number 20.
Bucks at 20. Interesting. I have the Bucks at 18.
Yeah. So I mean, right now, Giannis is going to be out 4 to 6. You don't really have somebody that you can rely on. Miles Turner, like you're going to build around Miles Turner at this point. Like I don't.
No.
Like, Ryan playing well.
That's
like,
it.
This team is like. I said that the Grizzlies are a ship with no rudder, but like the only thing the Bucks have is a fucking sail. Like they don't have a rudder.
The only thing the Bucks have is the rudder. There's no boat around it.
Yeah, like they have Giannis. Like that's it. Like,
he is the engine. It's just not in anything.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, they have like one of the hardest working, best engines you can buy. They just don't have a car to fucking put around it. It's like,
it's like a smart car with like a V8.
They're just gonna have to sell the fucking engine to get the fucking car. They're gonna sell the engine to get the frame of the car to start building because that's all they're gonna get for Giannis.
I mean, the question for them is Giannis staying or going? If he's staying, they're markedly a better team and can potentially be an Eastern playoff team. If he's gone, which I'm willing to bet on happening, they're one of the worst, if not the worst team in the league.
The toughest part is just trading him in season with all of the cap problems and all that. So
if they could ever, and the teams directly tied to there's a few teams that are on my list. Their power rankings could fluctuate depending on if he's staying or going to them.
Yeah, I mean that's whoever gets Giannis and what they gave up for him. But The thing is, like, is it going to be another KD thing? Is it going to be another KD situation where a team trades so much to get him that they don't have anything left to put around him?
Well, I mean, we went over it last week. There is trades to be made where they can get players and picks. They can
Well, I
have,
mean, whoever gets Giannis is there going to be anything left for Giannis to play with?
yeah, I mean, if
The
you want to be
Hawks trade
completely
is
the
one of
Hawks, the Heat.
the Heat, but like, how much better of a situation is the Heat by the time that trade's done? Because you have to put in Harrow or Bam to get the money to work. So it's like, how much better of a
I'm okay with
situation
Harrow
is he in?
going. A team of
Yeah,
Norm
so like, look,
Powell,
you're
Giannis. No, but listen, a team of Norm Powell, or I'm sorry, what's his name? Davion Mitchell, Norm Powell, Giannis, Kel Ware, or Jaquez, or whoever you want to roll off the bench, and Bam. That's
I'm assuming
might
you're
be the
probably
best
going
team
to
in the
get
East.
Khalil like that in too.
I don't think. I mean, obviously, if you're the Bucks, you'd want that guy, but like, he'd probably be a non-starter for me. I'd rather part with
I
Bam.
mean, it's like Khalil Ware, really?
But then again, maybe I wouldn't. Then again, maybe I wouldn't because I think Bam and Giannis would actually fit pretty well. There's not many people that Giannis doesn't fit with. So,
The Bucks have just found a way to
but
find all of them in the last couple of years.
yeah, the Bucks managed to do it. But then again, they also, you won the championship, and you try to make it relevant, and it just didn't work out. You lost on your Damian Lillard gamble. It happens. I have the Bucks at 18. It's premised on is Giannis staying or going. What's your next team?
Yeah, I mean, like
Was it 19?
we're like we just have those next three just all fucking mixed up because I have the Bulls at 19, and
And
you
I
have
have the
them
Bulls
at
at 29 and
20,
14.
and I have the
Yeah.
Grizzlies at 21, and yeah, we're just all flipped and flopped over here. But we're all right in
Yeah,
the same
basically the Bucks and
general
every
idea.
other team we mentioned. Yeah.
Yeah,
So what's the Bulls?
and the Bulls. I mean, they're just playing over their head to start the season, and now they're kind of finding their level. And they're going to be a 41 and 41 team, so I had to put them somewhere towards the middle of the power rankings because that's how we know that their season's going to end up. I couldn't put them all the way down at 15. They're right in the middle of the pack.
It's another team with a lot of stuff and no direction. So they could go full tank, trade off the pieces for picks, or they could try and do something. I don't know. I don't know what else. That's really their only move is that they can tank. They just don't want to accept it.
But they're not gonna. We all know they're not gonna. Jerry Reinsdorf won't let them do that. He's a terrible fucking owner.
I mean, they might be doing it anyways. They can't score the ball. They're 9 and 14. Like they had a horseshoe up their ass to start the year, and it was mostly Giddey playing like a prime Russell Westbrook. So, yeah. What's your next worst team?
No.
What number are we at?
Like number 18, I got the Mavericks.
18, the
What did you
Mavericks.
have?
I have the Mavericks at 22.
22. Yeah. I mean, Lively being gone hurts things. I did forget about that, but
Announced
you also
today
have
he's
Flag.
doing
It's up for the year. Yeah. That's tough. You got
So
Flag.
Derek Lively done for the year. We're on a massive delay here.
Yeah, we're on a little bit of a delay here, baby boy. We love a delay. Mine's good.
Yeah. So the Mavs. The Mavs are Lively done for the year, undergoing season-ending surgery. His second in 4 years, 3 seasons. Not great. He was a piece for your future. Obviously, you have Cooper Flag and Ryan Nembhard, Andrew Nembhard's brother. So it's something to build on for the future. Anthony Davis and Kyrie, they're probably done in Dallas. I don't know how likely it is to move any of them. Either way, it's not amounting to many wins. So weird spot. They can build for the future, and they intended to compete, but they fired their GM because they're not competing. So I don't know if this gets any better.
Yeah, I mean, if Kyrie comes back and can handle some of the playmaking responsibilities, take it off of Cooper's hands and take it off of Nembhard's hands and let them play a little bit more free, I think they're going to be a lot better of a team. There's talks of AD getting traded. I think if they do that, they could really bring back a decent haul for AD and then really try and build more draft assets for the future. Maybe get a couple players in here to help them out. Maybe help build around Cooper because I think he's special. Like he's already playing so well. It's very impressive to see him at this age already playing this well. He's only going to get better. So,
Yeah, they just completely fumbled by making him the starting point guard and not giving him one. Weird.
not
Weird
going to get one.
choice.
It's very strange.
You figure
Also
Jason
very,
Kidd, a Hall of Fame point guard, would have known that, but
it's also very strange that, like, hey, we're just going to hitch our wagon to AD and Kyrie at this point in their careers.
well, no shit.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, no shit. That would, yeah, the team is fucked. The team is
It'd be
just fucked.
pretty sweet if you had like a fucking young guy averaging like 30 something and 9 boards and 9 assists a game. Like, that'd be pretty cool to have in your team, wouldn't it? Like, you know, anybody that's got one of those?
Yeah.
Maybe a white Slovenian kid or something like that. You know?
Counterpoint: if they don't make the trade, they don't get Cooper Flag.
I mean, counterpoint, is Cooper Flag going to ever average 39 and 9?
You know, Luka Doncic this season he's averaging about 93 to 94% at the rim in terms of field goal percentage.
Yeah, he's fucking crazy. Like, you're just not
Just
going
a
to
crazy
stop
stat. Anytime he's close to the rim, it's like guaranteed in.
It's either he's going to score it or somebody else is going to score it.
Yeah, I mean, when we talk about MVP stuff, Luka, obviously it's sort of edged into a two-man race between Jokic and SGA, but Luka still is doing his damnedest to get there. He's probably having the best offensive season out of all of those guys, or at least arguable. But anyhow, that's besides the point. We'll get to the Lakers. Yeah, I mean, the Mavs are in trouble. No doubt about it. So what's your next worst team?
I got the Hawks.
At what?
At 16.
Wow.
Where did
That's
you
tough.
have them?
I have them at 12. And
12.
like I said, they're in the group specifically called the Giannis sweepstakes. So
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I have at 16. I mean, Trey hasn't played yet this year.
No, yes, he just sucked.
He played fucking 6 games and he got hurt, and now he's not there.
They're at the point where it's like, what do we do with him? We're doing this well without him? Like,
yeah, it's Jalen Johnson's team now at this point. Like, he's younger, he's cheaper. You're playing just as well without him. It's just a little bit different. Like, Trey could be up for grabs for somebody in the league.
Maybe Giannis.
Yeah, maybe like we've talked about. That would be a good one. That's about all there is for the Hawks. I mean, no, like, Porzingis has barely played this year too.
He's in 6th man of the year consideration.
Yeah, that's how bad it's been. Like, he's been coming off the bench. Hopefully he gets the Potts thing figured out.
I don't think that's something you get figured. I think it's just something it doesn't matter. I mean, you get whatever you can out of him in the season. Can we get him for the playoffs? Because
16 games.
He changes your team. Yeah, and like as Jalen Johnson has been maybe one of the better stories in the league, and how he sort of stepped into the mantle. We all kind of predicted it at the beginning of the year, and the Hawks are one of those teams where they have a solid 7-man rotation. Like, they have 7 solid players, and if they can cash in any of them for Giannis Antetokounmpo and keeping Jalen Johnson, it's a win. And that's why I have them so high up, because I think they're a team that is most able to get Giannis, a player like Giannis, and who's most able to benefit. I mean, it's hard to say that, but most likely to make them into an actual contender with him. Why do you have? Well, you have them real low. 16. They're in the bottom half of the league. They're 14 and 11.
Yeah. I mean, like, you have the Raptors are 15 and 11, and you have them in the bottom half of the league too.
Well, fair. What's your next worst team?
I have the Heat at 15. Spo making a run for Coach of the Year. I mean, doing that with this team is unbelievable, and I don't see them. They're not doing anything that they can't repeat either. Like, on a night-to-night basis, it's not like they're like playing outside of themselves. Like, they're still playing this well. I think this team could be a pain in the ass in the East.
Yeah,
they're
absolutely.
Just so well coached.
And another team with an abundance of assets and a solid enough team to add a Giannis and still kind of fuck. And yeah, Spo's doing a great job. I have the Hawks at 12 and the Heat at 13. So there's a lot of teams in between now and then.
Why don't we start saying next best team too?
Yeah. What's your next best team? Now we're into the top 15.
Now that we got to the top half, we get to go to the next best team.
Yes, sir.
I got the Suns as the next best team, number 14.
And I have the Suns at 15. 14 and 10. What's going on?
I mean, Dylan Brooks is a winner. I mean, like, everywhere he goes, the team wins. It's pretty impressive, honestly. I mean, especially for a guy who the Grizzlies put out a statement saying, "Hey, under no circumstances will we ever have this guy back." And it's like, hey, you know what you could use right now? This is a tone setter. Like,
Yeah, hell yeah.
go out there and compete every night and like get you some buckets. D Book 25, 4 and 6, 6.5 assists this year. Like, just not putting up crazy numbers, but still really good numbers on good efficiency too.
Yeah, my take's looking worse and worse by the game with the Suns. Just I was so down on Devin Booker, and yeah, obviously they're not contending, but well done by him to lead this team to an actual hard, like probably the team that nobody wants to play on a night-to-night basis, who can
Yeah,
win. And they also hit goal with guys like Gillespie and all that, and oh my God, who did you just talk about? What's his name?
Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks. I mean, we know Dylan Brooks who he is as a player, and he knows who he is as a player. But he's he's a winner, like you said. He's a tone setter, and he definitely got in that locker room that he desperately needed it, coming off of a Kevin Durant, Mike Budenholzer, Jalen Green nightmare. So yeah, well done. I have nothing to say. I mean, they're not great. They're not a good team. They're a feisty team, and that's why I have them at 15. They could do anything. They could go tank and try and trade off the assets not named Devin Booker and flesh it out, or they can try and build on what they have, which is found money at this point for them. So good for Phoenix. The next worst team, Steve, at 13, you have who?
Let's see. I have the Sixers.
The Sixers. You have them at, I'm sorry, what number?
Number 13.
I have the Sixers at 14. 13 and 10 on the year. Go give me what you got on the Sixers.
I mean, I think the Maxey and VJ backcourt is going to feed families in Philadelphia for a long time. I mean, like, those two guys are going to be special together. I think that the way that, like, Maxey can carry you offensively, and Edgecombe has looked so far to be able to, like, be a really great defender next to him and still be a good offensive player. That's going to be good. And it also, I think, what was it? Bill Simmons was saying that it takes away the bite of having to deal with Joel Embiid not playing.
I mean, absolutely.
Having those two guys there is pretty fucking sweet.
Tyrese Maxey playing at an all NBA first team level. Yeah, I don't think anybody had that in their cards, no matter how high you were on Maxey. He's fucking hooping. He's just straight up hooping.
Like, what numbers is he putting up now? Gotta be putting up like 35 and 5 or something like that every night, right?
Tyrese Maxey is putting up he is 32 points, 5 boards, and 7 assists a night.
That's crazy. From a guy his size too.
I mean, yeah, he's the guy. He's established that you should be looking at the season pretty positively if you're a Sixers fan, despite some things like being really abysmal and sad, like the Paul George and Joel Embiid contracts. But Maxey establishing himself as the guy definitely overshadows all that. And Edgecombe being a top 5 rookie of the year candidate, being a guy who's definitely stunned right out of the gates and who, portends to be a real player in this league for the future. My thing, and I have them in this category of the Giannis sweepstakes. Talk me out of trading everything to get Giannis and Maxey together on the same squad. Talk me out of it, because I don't think you can. I think those two guys would fit to perfection.
I can't talk you out of those two playing together and fitting well, but I can talk you out of it from the Bucks side of things.
What if VJ Edgecomb's in the deal?
Okay, what else is in the deal?
Your picks, Joel Embiid.
So I get VJ Edgecombe and some picks and some cap filler and Joel Embiid. Like,
I'll consider Jared McCain in there as well.
I mean, they're just getting kind of redundant with how many guards and wings they have on that team. But still,
in terms of player capital, you'd get the best return from the Sixers, I think.
No, I think you get it from the Hawks.
Who's going in the Hawks trade?
It would be Trey.
Yep.
And then it would be...
Who's on expiring?
Yeah, but you would be able to re-sign him if you wanted to. Um, I think even just Trey is a better haul than VJ and Jared McCain.
No way. No way. I mean, in terms of who they are as players right now, yeah. But like, if you're the Bucks, who gives a shit what it looks like at the end of this year? Like, you blew it up.
Well, I mean, like you putting if you're gonna do this in the middle of the year, which is what we're assuming, right?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, you can put Trey with Miles Turner. I mean, that's not terrible.
Fine.
That fits better than VJ or McCain with Miles Turner. And
But
also,
what?
if you have Miles Turner and fucking Joel Embiid, I'd probably just shoot myself if I had to watch that team. Holy fuck!
Well, you eat the money on Joel Embiid, and you're gonna have to eat it on Miles
Yeah.
Turner.
No owner is going to eat like $40 million a year and watch him sit on the fucking bench for fun. So that you got VJ Edgecombe and some picks. Like,
No, that's what Joel Embiid will play as much as he can.
so yes, like I said, you're not going to pay $41 million to watch him stapled to the bench. Even when he does play this year, like what is he doing?
Joel
Like,
Embiid has played more games than Trae Young this year.
that's nice. Like I would still rather have Trae Young on my team because when Joel Embiid does play, it's so fucking bad. I'd rather him not play.
I'd rather have VJ Edgecombe and have to eat Embiid than just have a year Trae Young, hoping that he can re-sign.
Well, you're doing the same thing technically with VJ Edgecombe and Jared McCain too, hoping they re-sign. Like every player can just decide not to re-sign if they want to.
In the offseason, you jackass, those guys are on rookie deals. They're locked up for at least a year or two more.
Oh.
And they're affordable, and they allow you to flesh out a team around them, which having Trae Young in a max deal for a year doesn't do. But Joel Embiid,
for multiple years on a max deal, you can't flesh out a team around him either because you have him for multiple years.
Fair, but you have VJ Edgecombe to flesh
too.
it. You have VJ Edgecombe to flesh it out, and you're going to suck. So you have more chances at the draft, and you're getting capital on top of that. It's just, maybe you have. Listen,
from the Sixers side, like you said, there's no way I can talk you out of wanting Maxey and Giannis on the same team. Like,
absolutely not.
If I'm the Sixers, I'm doing that 10 times out of 10. I'm making that trade. You're right, but if I'm the Bucks, it's like, why am I going to take that trade compared to other things that I can get? I think there's other things. I think there's other trades that you could do that are better.
Yeah,
I do like.
Are they available? And are they offered?
Like we talked about last week, I do like getting players and young players back in that trade and more than on draft assets. But at the same time, like I think that there's better offers out there than that trade.
Fair, and there might be, but I just that if I'm the Sixers, I'm on the horn being like, let's make it, baby. Let's do something here. Just because like I said, the idea
let's get fucking weird.
The idea of Maxey and Giannis together is like that is what they hope Damian Lillard and Giannis could have been. And now both are playing better than that. Either of the Giannis of the past and the Lillard of the past. So
also, like, how much of it do you take in to trading within your conference too? Like, you're trading Giannis to a team that you're gonna have to face 4 times a year and face in the playoffs. How much do you take that into account when you make that trade?
If I'm a shit team, I don't care if it's in conference. I'm not good in my conference to begin. Huh?
That's the thing, though. The Bucks don't plan on being a shit team though when they make this trade.
Please.
I don't think the Bucks plan to make this trade and then tank. I think the Bucks plan to make this trade to start their rebuild early.
They shouldn't have. If they didn't want to tank this year, they shouldn't have signed Miles Turner to that deal.
Oh yeah, that's just fucking. I don't know why everybody likes Miles Turner so much. I have a fun Miles Turner stat for you. You want to hear it?
Shoot.
Miles Turner plays 30 minutes a game. He gets 5.5 rebounds a game. Clint Capella plays 12 minutes a game and he gets 5.
Per 36, Clint Capella's smoking him.
For 36, Clint Capella's getting 15 rebounds a game.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What I hear is that Clint Capella is maybe the best rebounder to ever play basketball.
And Steven Adams might be the best offensive rebounder to ever play basketball.
No, that is Peyton Pritchard, pound for pound.
Pound for pound, yeah. Okay, I'll give you that.
Pound for pound, that motherfucker is flying in there like a goddamn bat out of hell.
Like a fucking small fucking cannonball just flying.
A little meatball in there just snatching the board. I love it. What's your next worst team?
The next best team is Cavs at number 12.
I have the Cavs at 11. Cavs are 14 and 11.
I mean, I don't even know what to say about this team. Like, they're the same thing every year. It's like they're
Well,
just
no, it's
paper
not. They
tigers.
were way better than this last year.
Yeah, I mean they're paper tigers in the regular season. This year they just seem like they just hate each other. Like nothing seems to be going correctly for him. You're leaning on Mobley to get better, and he's not. Garland's hurt every year. Like
I
this is
wouldn't say he's injury prone either, though. He gets freak injuries.
yeah, it's not like that. Yeah, but I mean,
Also, what's going on with Jared Allen and his fucking thumb?
he's hurt again too. Like
He's
another guy
sitting
that's
on it
hurt,
on the bench a lot.
something like that. It was a pop went off. It was dislocated. It got up too quick when fucking Garland got punched in the face again. Like Jesus Christ, this team, I don't like. Does this team scare you? Like if you face this
No.
team in the playoffs, does this team scare you even without Tatum?
Last year would have been a different story. I'd be worried because they won 60 fucking 5 games or whatever. It's 8.
Or something. Yeah.
I would have been like, okay, this team is like different, but this team is like abysmal.
It's like,
In terms of like what they roll out on a night to night basis, they're like easily the worst, best team in the league. The question for them is like,
do you blow it up?
when do we get rid of Garland?
When do you blow the whole thing up?
You can't. I mean, you can, right? But like, they're so strapped.
You can get a haul for Garland, probably. You can get a haul for Hunter. I'd probably want to keep Hunter, though. He's a little bit younger.
I see.
Because I don't know if the haul you can get for him is going to be worth getting rid of him. And then I would also probably trade Mobley and Jared Allen.
Oh, I would not trade Mobley. What? No way.
I would trade Mobley in a second. Like, he can't be your number 2.
What? You don't even know that. You don't know that. He's 23, 24 years old. He won Depoy last year.
Better? Has he
hasn't
gotten
gotten worse.
I would say he's gotten worse this year.
No. He's their best player.
No, he's your second best player by far.
No, he's their second best scorer. He is their best player.
No, Donovan Mitchell's your best player. Without Donovan Mitchell on this team, do you think this team is anything more than the worst team in the league?
Yeah, of course. Because then it depends. I mean, is Garland playing? Is it the same team?
Everybody else plays, and you just take Donovan Mitchell.
So if you take out a 28 per game score and don't add anything, yeah, this team is not one of the worst, but it's not great.
If you take him off, then that means that Mobley has to be your number 1 option. If Mobley's your number 1 option, this team's like a bottom dweller.
I don't know if Mobley can be a number 1 option yet. I also don't know he can't be it, so I would not get rid of him. And he's already he's already Depoy.
I mean, that doesn't make you the number 1 option. It's a Depoy. Like Rudy Gobert is a number 1 as your number 1 option, loses you.
Okay, Rudy Gobert can never shoot like how Mobley shoots.
Yeah, but I mean, Mobley just doesn't have it. Like he's Jaren Jackson Jr. with a better PR team. Like that's all he is.
Wow, that's bold.
Like, it's just how it is. Like he doesn't set anybody up. He's not a playmaker. He can't get his own shot. Like we've seen him just struggle every year in the playoffs. As soon as the team decides, hey, just let him fucking score, and he can't do it.
He's 19, 9, and 4.
Yeah, what's Jaren Jackson?
And it's elite defense.
What's Jaren Jackson this year? Is that 4 assists or 4 boards?
4 assists.
4 assists. Yeah.
Jaren Jackson Jr. is he is 17, 5, and 2. So just worse. By about two counting stats in each category.
Yeah, all right. So I still don't think the gap between the two of them is that big right now. But I think Mobley's like a really good player. Like but he can't be your number 2. He's got to be your number 3 on a championship team.
He's 24 years old. I just imagine giving up on a 7-foot guy who can shoot the ball and is already winning you a Depoy at 24. That's crazy talk.
We all know he shouldn't have won that Depoy.
We don't all know that.
Yeah, Victor Wembanyama had 100 more blocks than him and played 30 less games. Like,
who were you just saying?
Should have won that.
Who were you just saying to that this guy's career is going to be marred because of the fact that he doesn't do more than 60 games a year?
I didn't say that doesn't make him the best player. He's the best player, but he's not going to get the awards. I don't agree with the 65-game awards.
You don't have to. It's what it is.
Well, we all know that. Like, if you had, all right, who was the best defensive player in the league last year?
For when he played, it was Wemby.
No, not for when he played. Who was the best defensive player in the league last year?
I mean, for as many.
Victor Wembanyama.
The Spurs won like 30 games. Well, like and the Cavs were 68-win team or something. Like
the Spurs didn't have a 28-point-a-game scorer starting for them. They had Stephon Castle was their best scorer on that team, and they won 30 games.
Fine, the team is better, but Mobley was the second option, scoring 20 a game on that team and providing elite defense.
He was the third offensive option on that team when Garland played, anyways.
Yeah, he made an All-Star game last year because he wasn't scoring the point. Yeah, that makes sense, Steve. Makes no sense.
The Hawks had 4 fucking All-Stars on 1 year. Kyle Korver was the All-Star. You can tell me that he was lighting up the fucking
years
league.
ago, dude.
You think Kyle Korver was lighting up the league?
That's different. Basically, a different game of basketball.
Makes All-Star games, dude. Get the fuck out of here with the All-Star.
It's a different. That's different, and you know it's different. But you're being disingenuous.
Dude, get the fuck out of here, dude. Evan Mobley, you can't have him as your second option to win a championship. He has to be your third option. He's not reliable enough.
That's not even the main issue for me. The main issue is, can Donovan Mitchell be a number one option? And you seem to think it's a no-brainer. He's never done it, but it's a no-brainer to you.
I mean, look, he fucking dragged Rudy Gobert to a Western Conference Finals as the second best player. So, yes, I think Donovan Mitchell can do that.
He did it with the Cavs, too.
Yeah. No, he never made the finals with them.
Oh, yeah, no. Last year was the Knicks Pacers, and the year before was the Pacers Celtics.
Yeah, we knocked them off every year. They're second round exit every year with Mobley as your second option. You're going on year 5, right, or 4 of this iteration of the Cavs, and they just haven't made it past the second round. Like at one point, you just be like, "Yeah, this just isn't working. Let's blow it up and find something new."
Well, that's the thing. I think they should. They should get rid of either Garland or Allen. I don't think you get rid of Mitchell or Mobley. You are okay with getting rid of everybody, but Mitchell, I guess.
Yeah. Well, how old is Mitchell at this point?
30.
Because I don't think you can't find 28 points a game, like just off of a trade. You know what I mean?
No. Yeah.
You can find defensive versatility off of a trade.
Mitchell's 29.
He's only 29 years old, really?
Yeah, it seems like he's been in the league a lot longer than that.
I would have guessed like 33, 34 at least. Dude, 29-year-old getting you 29 a game. Like, he's only going to hit his prime in the next couple of years. Like, dude, you got to do something. Get him a second option. Like, this is embarrassing at this point.
I'd be okay with that, Steve. I'm with you, right? But when we start talking about getting rid of Mobley, I'm not with you.
You can't get a legit second option trading Garland or fucking Jared Allen. Like,
are you sure? If you package them, these are 2 All-Stars from the past 2 years.
If you package them, like, how much money is that, and who can take that money?
It's a lot of money.
Like, that's like 50-something million.
It's like $60+ million.
Who can take that money in, and who has a good enough player that can take that much money in?
So I proposed a trade. And I think this is one of the rare win-wins, right? So the Cavaliers, because I just don't think it's a fit with Mitchell and Garland. And I'm kind of with everything you just said. Mitchell either needs to be moved to a second spot or like get some serious scoring help, and that's really only going to come at the wing for him. Like he's a defensive liability. That's sort of the thing. That is and he plays hard-nosed defense. It's not for lack of trying. He's just capped at his size, and that's why Mobley is so valuable to me, because he is an elite rim protector, even though you don't think so. Regardless.
Hey, I'd said that he was elite at all that stuff too, but I just don't think he can be your second option. That's all.
Fair. And maybe he can't. So the Timberwolves trade Julius Randle, Rob Dillingham, and Joe Ingles for Darius Garland, straight up. No picks. Who says no?
The Timberwolves.
Oh, why?
Because I think that Julius Randle right now is as good as Darius Garland, if not better.
Fair. Counterpoint.
Julius Randle this year is averaging 23, 7, and 6.
Great. He's a good player.
Garland,
that's why I have him in the trade, and for sure. But they also don't have a point guard. That is their issue.
Yes, you don't have. Your issue is that you're going to now rely on Ant to do it, which is what the Celtics are doing with Jaylen Brown. So if he can make that step. Yeah,
he can't. When are we going to give that up? Because it doesn't work. And this year, it's like
I'm right there with you. I've already given up on Anthony Edwards trying to make that step as a playmaker. Like last year, it was just blitz the ball and he'll turn it over.
And like, that's fine. That's fine because you gotta
figure they're not going to give up a guy who they have under contract for the next 3 years, who's averaging 23, 7, and 6 for Darius Garland, who's injured, a defensive liability on a team that's relying on old ass Rudy Gobert to be your best defender. Like
they have Jaden McDaniels. They're paying they have the ability to kind of patchwork They won't make his offensive reproduction up, but they have size and defensive ability behind them. And it's not
Yeah,
their
but
issue.
your rebounding's going to get killed too. Like,
I
you're
mean,
giving up a guy who's getting you 7 boards a game for Darius Garland.
I would trade that off. They're not lacking in bigs. They're lacking in point guards. And
They are, for sure.
this
But I think there's
allows
other trades that you can make to get point guards
for sure.
that aren't Darius Garland and like handcuffing you to Darius Garland, who, like we said, that's not like it's a structural injury problem for him, but it is an injury problem for him every year. And actually, right now, he does have a structural problem. He has a toe injury that's not getting better.
Yeah.
And
I
he's
mean,
not well this year at all either. So it's like, why am I going to trade for a guy who's on that looks like he's on the downturn for Julius Randle, who's playing, I think, the best basketball of his career, just based on the numbers that I'm looking at.
But it's not winning basketball.
Well, I mean, that's just because it's the Timberwolves. They're just.
But they implode at the end of games.
Let's talk shit about the Timberwolves. They like to the fucking fans like to cry about it when I talk shit about the Timberwolves. Like, you are so fucking top heavy. Like, if you guys aren't fucking firing on all cylinders on fucking Randall and Edwards, like, you just don't win games.
So, what if you're the Lakers? What if are you?
Oh boy.
Well, all right, let's not
Am I
jump
talking to an ESPN fucking pundit over here? Just we got to bring the Lakers into this.
Well, I guess I want to talk about him, but I could also see this guy that I want to talk about being a fit for really either the Timberwolves or Cavs. But anyways, the Cavs, we talked about them. They're very disappointing to start, and I think we're both kind of like, this has to shake up a bit, but really they're handicapped because they're second apron team to the max. So what's your next best team ahead of the Cleveland Cavaliers?
The Timberwolves, since we're talking about them.
Timberwolves at what? 10? 11. I have the Timberwolves at 9.
I just realized I fucked this whole thing up. I'm so fucking bad. Yeah, they're 15-9. They're on a 51 win pace. Like I said, Julius Randle 23-7-6, and it's averaging 29-5-4. But it's like we just talked about looking at this team. Do we trust this team in the playoffs? I mean, they've been to back-to-back Western Conference Finals, but like, do we trust them?
I don't trust them to win on a night to that. Dude, not having a point guard that can play, it undervalues how important a point guard actually is. Like, having a veteran point guard who, when playoff basketball breaks down and the bodies are getting flung all over the place, you need a guy who can run your offense and who can handle the ball, who's not going to turn it over. That's why Jrue Holiday was like arguably the most important move we made in the past 5 years to add him to the team, just because of what he did for the Celtics when the playoff basketball started to get a little choppy and, the younger guys started to get a little bit rattled. You need that anchor, that mentality anchor, and that's what Jrue was for us. And the Timberwolves have Mike Conley, who in theory, at some point, the veteran presence is so marred by his physical, he just can't play anymore. He's almost 40. There's nothing wrong with him other than he's just old now. They need somebody who can like play actual minutes for them, who is not as a complete zilch on performance-wise, who is the veteran presence. When the game breaks down, they don't completely implode and just be like, fuck it, chuck it to Ant or Jew and Julius Randle and hope they score. Like, no, you need a guy to keep the young guys move, like keep it orchestrated and keep it flowing. So having said that,
I mean, I would push back on that a little bit.
Go ahead.
I mean, look at the Rockets this year. They don't have
Rockets,
a 2 point either.
They're getting a lot of good play out of Reed Shepherd. He's overperformed. That's fine, but he's filling the role and bringing the ball up, and you're not relying on Amen Thompson to kind of orchestrate.
I mean, like, he's only averaging 3 assists a game, and Julius Randle's averaging 6.
But what about well,
you can play through your other guys. You can play through.
Look at the usage.
You look at like playing through your bigs too, though.
For sure, and the Rockets do play through a big.
That's what the Timberwolves need to learn how to do. You'll play through Jrue, play through Ant off the post instead of trying to have him set pick and rolls all the time. And there's other ways that you can do it without a point guard.
I think we've seen run the offense through Julius Randle. I think
this year it looks unbelievable. I mean, 23-7-6, like he's averaging more assists than Ant is.
You also got to be flexible. You got to have that ability to change up your styles because teams will, in the playoffs, over 7 games, they will adapt and they will minimize what you do better.
I'm playing devil's advocate here. I'm right there with you. I don't trust the Timberwolves in the playoffs either. Not only because of their lack of a point guard, but like you have guys that you can't play at the end of games. Like you can't play Rudy Gobert at the end of a game, and like he's supposed to be one of the top players. Like Rob Dillingham's
stable. Like it.
He's taking a step back.
He's like done. Yeah.
Naz Reid can't play anymore. Like
you want to talk about cliffs? He hit
like
one.
I don't know where that came from. Like he was unbelievable in that 6th man of the year, but the last couple of years he's just fallen off.
The only person that kind of didn't fall off a cliff for the 6th man after we started giving out as the Havlicek Award was Peyton Pritchard. Pritchard is like as advertised, and he won 6th man last year. But like the year before was Nas. The year before that was Brogdon. Like they all kind of like won it and hit a cliff. Besides Pritchard, thank God.
To be fair, though, Pritchard also went from playing 6th man to 30 minutes a night.
Sure.
True. His role kind of got elevated pretty highly on the next year.
Yeah, fair. And he's also probably the youngest of those guys to win it at the time. Yeah, I mean, the Timberwolves, for them to actually compete, especially in this West, yeah, I think they need a point guard, and I don't know how they do it. If you can patch things to get maybe a CJ McCollum or something, like, besides taking a huge swipe, like getting a Garland piece where he's an all-star level player, albeit young. Chris Paul's available. I don't know what that's another one where it's like, we might as well just roll Mike Conley out there to the same guy.
Yeah, at least Mike Conley's not going to yell at us and make us all fucking hate him.
Maybe Mike that's Conley's what they need, though.
Technical foul. Like, he's never even got a technical foul in his entire career.
I love Mike Conley. Just always have.
Everybody loves Mike Conley. Like, Mike Conley's just a good fucking dude.
Always have loved Mike Conley, even though he's never been one of the best at his position and players, and like just always loved him, even ever since he was at OSU.
He's always been like one of the most solid players at his position. Never like the best, but always the most solid. Never turns the ball over. Never hurts his team.
Solid player.
That's how you play like fucking 20 years in the league, like you did.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why they're rolling his corpse out there to hope they get something because he's just such a solid guy.
Mike, he gets like 3 assists tonight and don't turn the ball over. Like, yeah, coach, I can do that for you.
Yeah. I have all these teams in the hopefuls, by the way, the hopefuls category, the ones that we mentioned up until the Cavs. So what's your next best team?
Hopefuls meaning what? Hopefuls meaning hopeful
barring
to make the
contender, barring the contender. Yeah. Hopeful to make the finals.
Like, hopefully you just make it to the dance and the right things happen and you make it in there.
Yeah. I mean, there's no doubt why most of these teams are in the East because, like, it's a crapshoot of who's going to make the ECF. But go ahead. What's your next best team?
I had the Raptors actually at number 10 this year.
Raptors at number 10. I had the Raptors way 15. Back at 15. They are 15 and 11, sorry.
Yeah.
The Raptors stuff.
They got stuff. I mean, like we talked about, their coach is unbelievable this year. He's doing a great job. Their team is just so well rounded. If you look at like their usage rating, none of them is crazy high. They're all right around the same. Like they play multiple different ways depending on how the other team is set up to defend them. Like they're a very good team, very well coached team. Like even like the Celtics were up by 30 on them and they came back.
Yeah.
And almost won that game.
Yeah, their bench is so solid. And I think having a good bench is very indicative of a good coach.
Yeah. Like
I don't know why that is, but I feel that
they don't beat themselves. They're not a team that's going to beat themselves in a game. Like you're going to have to go take it from them every night.
They are just
probably too high. I probably just fucked up and forgot about them and put them in too late, but 10's where they're at on my list.
No, I think that's fair. It's just this upcoming month will really kind of decide it just because their schedule really toughens up. I mean, they play us 3 more times, I think, this month. maybe only twice, but up until January.
The schedule's so fucking dumb this year.
So like a real diamond tester month for these guys. Yeah, I mean, it's just, can we get another step? Can we get Scotty Barnes basically to score maybe 5 more points a game? Like, can we get him up to 24 points a game? If he can, then we're talking like, all right, we got a guy. We got this guy. And BI is liable to give you 30 on any given night and give it to you efficiently. But he is a zilchburger on defense, and he got torched against the Celtics.
And he's only ever played more than 65 games once in his career too.
Yeah, I think that's what Zach Lowe was saying. He hasn't made it through a full season more than
So
once.
it's tough.
Yeah, and they have a good bench, and I think their coach is a legit guy. So they could rise or fall. We'll see over this month. It's going to be very interesting to see how they pan out. A lot of good matchups coming up against the Eastern Conference teams. So they have to beat. Your next best team,
I got number 9. I got the Magic.
the Orlando Magic. I have them at 10. Give me what you got on the Orlando Magic.
They should be thankful that they have Franz and Paulo. And who wouldn't like it'd be so amazing to find out what would happen if they played together at some point. Because Jesus Christ, one of them is always fucking injured.
They got lucky with Franz. People were saying that it was AC. It was bad, but he's only
It
got a
looked
high
bad.
ankle
It
sprain.
looked brutal. I don't know how the fuck that ended up being an ankle sprain. He was grabbing his knee when he went down.
I don't know, but they
That
lucked
was
out. Weird to say that on an injury, but the way this
so
team's luck has gone for the past 2 seasons, yeah, that's a break.
And what the fuck is going on with Desmond Bain too? Why is that guy like the ultimate crash out? Like, did you see him just fucking play dodgeball with fucking OG Anunoby the other day for like no
Yeah,
reason? Like, he wasn't falling out of bounds. It wasn't anything like that. He's like, I just want to throw this ball as hard as I can at OG Anunoby. Like,
that's his second dodgeball play that almost erupted into a fight this year. Like he
yeah,
did it. I forget against who earlier in against the Hawks. I think they were down like 20 when the Magic were really at their lowest. Obviously, they've since rounded into shape. Bane being key amongst them. I mean, he flamethrower last night. He won them in their cup game and advanced them. So basically on his own.
yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on with him. He's the one that crash out all year. Like, even when we played him, like, if you just got a little bit physical with him, he wanted to start a fight.
he's
And it was like,
undersized. I kind of hard for me to hold it against a
I
guy
look
like
at him
that.
playing on defense, dude. He dishes it out, but then as soon as you give it back to him, he cries. It's like, what the fuck are we doing, dude?
That's
Like, that
everybody.
would be my first thing I would do every time if I played the Magic in a playoff series. I'd be like, Ugo, just go fucking get underneath that guy's skin. Just like fuck with him for an entire quarter, and then just see if you can get him to fight you. Like,
Well, if you
because
remember, the Magic last year got under our skin.
yeah, they didn't have Bane last year though.
No, but they
Then
got
Bane's a
under our
guy that you
skin.
can chip away at.
That
Bane's a guy you can definitely chip away at.
Yeah, he'd probably be like the first card to fall in the house of cards in terms of their mindset.
It's wild to see. I don't know what the fuck's going on with that.
But if he's playing like he is, honestly, probably worth it. Elite shooter. And the question with the Magic is how much longer do we have to see this Franz and Paulo tandem before we realize that it's not gonna make it? You know?
I think if they're healthy this year,
Well, already
yeah,
off to
like
a
that.
bad start.
Yeah, I just mean in the playoffs. Like, if you're healthy in the playoffs this year, playing together, then I think that this might be the last year where you can feasibly say, hey, we should keep this together. Because if you don't make the finals this year and they're both healthy, and the way the East is shaping up this year, like, then it's like, all right, then we need to like make some moves.
For sure.
We need to be in the Giannis sweepstakes if he hasn't been traded. Like, we need to be in the, hey, LeBron, do you want to come play your last year in fucking Orlando fucking sweepstakes? We have a great retirement.
They don't need
community.
another wing that doesn't play, dude.
Hey, well, look, if you got 3 of them, then chances are 2 of them might play. So
True. That's kind of what the Lakers have been winning on this year. They're just like, hey, 2 of our guys will play.
like you got to do something. If they're healthy this year and they don't at least make the Eastern Conference Finals, then it's like maybe you got to blow that one up too.
For sure. Obviously, the real issue is like, is Paulo Banchero a true number 1 in this league? It's way, way too early to kind of tell that. Since he's been in the league, besides the health stuff, is that he's taken a step every single year he's been in there, and he's like elite, one of the few elite players that uses his size, and he knows how to wield it, and that's such an invaluable thing, especially when he's so young. It's kind of, I mean, Giannis didn't even pick it up until he, 1, packed on the weight, and 2, figured out how to use his new body. Obviously, he became one of the best of all time. So you don't ever want to give that guy away. It's just, can he be a better shooter realistically and know when to give up the ball? Because other than that, I don't want to give up on the asset. But I don't know. Like, if you can't get a full season out of him, or Franz. It's like how many times are we going to keep bashing our head against this wall?
Is he baby Embiid over there? Like, is he like a diet version of Embiid where he doesn't miss as much time, but he still misses a significant amount of time every year?
I was going to say, you can't really give him that because Embiid came in, missed the whole year right off the rip. At least Piquero won Rookie of the Year. You know, like you got to give him some credit. But yeah, that's like but realistically, that is like the caliber of player you're talking about potentially trading is like an MVP.
I mean, what do you think about like, what do you think about Franz to the Cavs for Garland and Okoro? The Cavs get a big wing, another good scoring option.
I mean, I like it a lot more for the Cavs.
Well,
I don't really love it for the Magic.
Magic get a point guard. They don't really have a point guard.
They have Suggs, and I just don't know. Like Suggs is not nearly the offensive weapon that Garland is. But they're literally the inverse.
Like, if you run a Garland and Paolo like pick and roll, like that's a good one. Garland's so fast that if you don't switch it, then he's going to get to the rim. And if you switch it, now you got a small guy on Paolo who likes to use his size.
I think I'd rather just keep Franz than get like a Garland. I'd want more.
I mean, both these teams are probably going to want to blow it up this year after the Celtics beat them both and go to the NBA final. So,
I guess my question if I'm the Magic is like, can I get Jared Allen in that deal? Because now we're fucking. You know, I mean, a huge upgrade over Wendell Carter. I don't care what you say. Like, that's
when he plays, that's not a thing. Like the guy sits on his thumb on the bench. Like,
true. At least Wendell Carter's rolling his body out there.
Maybe put in Franz and what, like Jonathan Isaac for Garland and
I mean, considering the Magic barely play Isaac, yeah, I get rid of him because you're paying him $15 million a year for nothing.
Do it for Garland and Allen. I think that would. Which team? Either one of those teams say no?
No, I think the Cavs at the very least get some outs. You know, they don't have to be locked into Garland. And who else was going over? Allen.
Jonathan Isaac. And then Allen's going over to the.
Yeah, I get off those two deals. At the very least, I think Isaac's on a 1 or 2 year deal. Garland's up for 3 years, so you got, or you know, that's more at my speed if I'm the Magic.
Yeah, just spitballing, just two teams that I think might want to blow it up after this year.
The Magic are also in the beneficial spot of they don't really have to do anything. The Cavs, on the other hand, not so much.
Yeah, the Cavs have to. They're on a timetable.
Absolutely. What's your next best team?
What are we on, number 8 now? Number 8, I have the Spurs.
Okay. 16-7, give me it. I have the Spurs at 6.
16-7 is a crazy record, too. It's just amazing to watch that, like, Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle, and Fox can carry the ship while Vic is out.
I mean, you're missing a generational player for a month, and they basically haven't lost any space in the West. I mean, that's just a sign of a good team.
Yeah, I mean, you have two guys that are young and only going to get better. One guy was the Rookie of the Year. The other one's on track to win his own Rookie of the Year. Did Vic win Rookie of the Year his year, too?
Yeah.
So you might have like 3 straight Rookie of the Years, or am I missing a year?
No, I think that's right.
That would be. Has that ever happened before? Has a team ever drafted back to back Rookie of the Years? Teams usually don't have that high of a draft pick every year.
Well, that's the thing. Usually, you get the Rookie of the Year, and you're immediately not drafting a player worth the Rookie of the Year caliber because you're played yourself out of that top 5.
Yeah.
But the Spurs didn't.
They're just built so well, and they set themselves up for their future so well.
Yeah, so 25 was Stephon Castle, 24 was Victor Wembanyama, 23 was Paulo, 22 was Scotty Barnes.
26 is going to be fucking Dylan Harper. It's crazy.
I mean, I think he's in like 4th place right now. It's pretty handily Cooper, but we'll see. It's actually kind of a tight race. Then it's conking up.
He's in the running, though. Like, he's in the running, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Like this team is just built so well. They're going to be so good for so long because they're all so young. They're all going to be on that team like for a long time. You could feasibly, like, if this year doesn't work out, trade Fox. Then go get some more shit.
Yeah, it's a bit harder because you just paid him for 4 years. But Yeah.
But that's a big contract that you can trade and bring back in a couple other guys too, though.
Oh yeah. The thing with the Spurs, and we talked about it last week, they were like for the freak aspect of it, like could they be in the Giannis sweepstakes? Honestly, at this rate, I'm like, I don't think so. I don't think I
I
want
don't
to
even know if I
do
want to
that.
be.
I really kind of don't want to let go of any of my guys.
No, like you're so set for so long, and like now you just went from there being from your timetable being however fast Vic can like get better to now we're working on Giannis's timeline where it's like how
It's way
much longer is
expedited.
Giannis gonna be Giannis, which is like a completely different timeline.
Yeah.
And like you got these three guys all on rookie deals too. And like you got Barnes is gonna come off the books soon. Fox, if you
Harrison Barnes, yeah.
yeah, like if you trade Fox, you can come bring in a couple other good players. Like
You're gonna have to do that at some point. There's just no way you can pay all four of those guys.
yeah,
So
I mean, and plus like you already have guards now. Like you have if Dylan Harper's this good already, he's only gonna get better. If Stephon Castle's rookie of the year last year, he's only gonna get better.
yeah,
Like
I don't think I'd do it if I'm the Spurs. And
like
if
do I need
I'm
to be Fox $30 million a year, or can I just like trade him for some like shooters or backup center? I mean, you got Luke Cornett now. I mean, you don't even fucking need a backup center. Like this team is just built so well.
that would be the dirty dog move. If for whatever reason, if I'm the Bucks, I'm not picking up the phone unless either one of Harper or Castle are in the deal. Obviously, Wemby is untradeable. So I'd ask. I probably wouldn't even ask because I wouldn't want to insult the Bucks, the Spurs. So I'm not picking up the phone if it's not for one of them too. But if the Spurs somehow and the Bucks are like that stupid, where they're like, we'll take Fox and some other things and your picks, but we'll let you keep those two young guys, when three young guys, then I'd maybe do it. Because then now it's like, okay,
Yeah, if
we're
the Spurs
really
like, hey, I'll give you De'Aaron Fox and like Luke Cornett and like 4 first round draft picks, and they say yes for some reason, like yeah,
I
I'm
don't even
saying
know
no.
if I'd trade Luke Cornett at 11 million. He's steadied the ships, dude.
But if I get Giannis though, like
It's hard to say no. Yeah, I hear you.
it's Giannis at the end of the day. Like you could probably find another center that can steady the ship.
Maybe. I mean, I love Luke. And he's done great for
We had
San Antonio.
game saving block the other night. Did you see that?
No, I missed it.
Came from damn near the 3-point line to come down. It was actually against the Magic.
Nice.
And like Franz made a nice move on a guy, had like a turnaround, like kind of hook shot, and like he lost the guy on the move. And Luke came in out of nowhere and volleyball spiked the fucking thing,
I
like
love
at the
that.
buzzer.
Just
And then he gave him the fucking Usain Bolt fucking, the fucking
that's hilarious.
it was so fucking hard.
It hurts that he's not doing it for my team, but I'm so glad he's still doing it. I love Luke Cornett. Always will. Always will.
He got so much better in the couple of years that he was here. It was
From a
so
guy
great
who
to
was
watch.
like not in the league. Imagine if the Knicks had him, kept
G
him.
League. Yeah, he was a G leaguer at one point, and then like in the Knicks organization.
Like
That was like Kata. Kata got waived by the fucking Kings organization, and we just picked him up. Spent a couple of years behind Horford, Cornette, and Porzingis, and then like we're gonna let you free when they're all gone.
and you're a walking double.
It's fucking sick.
What's your next best team?
Oh, speaking of the Knicks, I have the Knicks at number 7.
Knicks at number 7. I have them at 7 as well. 17 and 7. I feel bad because I put the Celtics behind the Knicks at 8. I actually, when I wrote it, it felt bad. But anyways, the Knicks at 7.
Don't should feel bad.
It feels bad. Now that we're talking about it, it sounds worse. Let's keep going.
Well, we're right in line with each other with the Knicks. Number 7 for you, number 7 for me. I mean, same issues every year. It's like Jalen Brunson's going to miss some time. You're going to lose some games there. You're going to win a bunch of games in the regular season. This team, I don't really give a shit about the regular season for this team. They're so talented. It's just, are you going to be able to do it in the playoffs? Like, that's all it is.
How many more years of it not working do you have to see it? And how many more coaches do you have to bring in to hope that changes things when nothing changes?
This was the second or third year of Jalen and Cat together.
This is the second year.
So I think you got this year. And if you don't at least make the Eastern Conference Finals, then you got to have some serious conversations about blowing it up.
If they don't make the finals, dude, there's no excuse.
It's like, dude, the way the East is laid out this year, like you have to make at least the Eastern Conference Finals.
Like if the Pistons or God forbid the Celtics upset you in the playoffs, yeah, now it's like
There's only three teams that should have a shot at beating you in the playoffs in the East. That's the Pistons, the Cavs, and the Celtics.
yeah, and whatever
Other
team
than that,
Giannis finds
or the
himself on.
Magic. I guess maybe the Magic.
Healthy. That's a big
Yeah, if
if.
that Magic are healthy, like, but even then, like, you have so much talent, you should beat all those teams, at least be in the Eastern Conference Finals. Like, if you go to the
Yeah,
Eastern Conference Finals, you lose in 7 or something like that. All right, I'll give you
it's more
another year. But
stomachable.
like, you get knocked out in the second round again, like, blow it up. Like, it's like it's a fucking broken drum. Like I say it all the fucking time. Like, you can't win a championship when you have Brunson and Cat on the floor at the same time. There's too
And
many.
that's I think the thing. When do we start talking about being like, for as good as Brunson has been and how much he's revitalized this team? When do we start talking about like it's just not going to happen, dude? And if it's not going to happen, what are we doing? And maybe the Knicks are content with just rolling this team out and being competitive in the East on a yearly basis, but it ain't winning a championship. It ain't winning it this year. It wasn't winning it last year, and it probably ain't going to win it in the next 5.
But you got to at least get to the championship in the
Yeah.
next years.
Can you get there now? All the dragons in the East are slayed. The Cavs are killing themselves.
Slade or sleeping, because right now we're sleeping. Because next
I
year,
don't even know if you can say we're sleeping. We're coming back. We're coming back.
just because Tatum's out, I'll say we're sleeping. But like, you got to make it to the finals this year. The Eastern
Yeah.
Conference Finals or the finals.
Yep.
Like,
Agreed.
I get that. Like, I would not be upset if I was a Knicks fan and I made the NBA Finals and I got beat by like the Thunder or the Nuggets or whoever comes out of the West.
There's no shame
Like,
in that.
they're just so fucking good. There's just no chance. But to not even have a chance, like to not even give yourself a chance and make it out of the East in the next 2 years is like, that's brutal.
Yeah, it is. What's your next best team?
We are number 6. I have the Pistons.
Wow. The 19-5 Detroit Pistons at 6. I have them at 4. They are the best team in the East to me. Damn it. I have a feeling I know what your best team in the East is. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. I haven't brought up the Wizards yet, so like.
No,
obviously.
yeah, we did. We did about an hour ago. They were awful.
I got the Pistons at 6. I mean, they're off to a crazy start. I think they're taking a little bit of an advantage of playing in the East. I think that's how, like, that's just what it is. Like, I can't blame them for beating the teams that are in front of them.
Yeah, but you also, like counterpoint the Cavs. Like, what the fuck is going on? You can't take advantage of the East.
I'm going to dock you if you can't take advantage of the East.
Yeah, it's like pretty abysmal. You need to win the games that you should win.
Yeah, that's what that's what we were talking about with the Celtics earlier. Like, the teams that are down, you have to keep them down. Like, you can't give up games to those. Like, that Nets game is going to haunt us. That Jazz game is going to haunt us. I mean, you're looking at a 17-5 team, right? Something like that if the Celtics win those 2 games. So, 17-7, like, but Celtics aside, I got the Pistons at number 6. They're still a young team. I don't know if I trust them
Fair.
yet. But Cade Cunningham has established himself in this league. He's a cornerstone for your team to build around. I mean, this year he's averaging 27.5, 6, and 9. I mean, is he a first team All NBA player this year?
He should be in the discussion. I mean, I don't know if he's beating Maxey, and he's not beating Luka. He's not beating Shea. So, it's tough to get there. But can he beat Maxey? Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, he's not beating Luka. He's not beating Shea. He's not beating Jokic. Because I don't think it's. I think it's
positionless.
It's positionless. Yeah, so he's not beating Jokic.
You got to presume when Giannis comes back, if he can hit 65.
Yeah, that's a big thing if he can hit 65.
Has he been better than Jaylen Brown?
Yeah,
it's a good discussion.
It's a discussion, but I think he has.
Fair.
Especially with the roster around him too. The roster around him is not as good as the roster is around Jaylen Brown.
Oh, I hard disagree.
You think their roster is better than ours?
I mean, are we rolling out anybody as good as Jalen Duren's been this year as our second best player? Like Derek White, maybe, but he's had such an awful start to the year.
But you look at like top to bottom too, though, because like then like your third guy is like Peyton Pritchard.
No, I mean but they're another team where it's like they're loaded. Like they got Ron Holland, they got Beef Stew, they got
Yeah.
Duncan Robinson, Marcus Sasser. They have like Tobias Harris. The
Yeah.
question,
Yeah.
the question for them is, can we cash in some of those players, condense the rotation? What is the price for Lauri Markkanen? Can we get like an elite big wing scorer?
Same pushback on that too, though, because
True.
you
They
look
don't
at
have to do anything.
yeah, I mean, yeah, like we said, they're what 17 and
No,
5. You said
19-5.
19 and 5. Like they definitely don't have to do anything.
They're so young, they don't. And also Jaden Ivey's coming back off his minutes restriction. Like they don't have to do anything.
And like
Um,
the thing is too, like you're looking at like the culture of the Pistons this year. It's like that's the big thing that everybody brings up when they talk about this trade is the Pistons make their money just being a physical dominant team. Like you're not going to go in there and finesse your way around the Pistons. Like they're going to beat you up the whole game and like
yeah, oh
let you
yeah.
know it's great. It works for them. I love to see it. Like win games, how you're going to win games.
Yeah,
But if you
make
swap
them
out
play
a
on your
couple of
level.
those for Lauri Markkanen, like that's the complete opposite of like what your team is made up of.
A soft fin. Yeah.
Yeah, like he's a finesse player. He's a big guy, but he doesn't play
Well,
all.
he's literally he's Finnish.
Yeah, so it's. I mean, look, I love Lauri Markkanen. I think he's an absolute killer player, but I don't know if he'd fit in that culture over there. And like you said, they're winning already. They don't need to do that.
The thing it's interesting that you bring up culture because, and I've heard it, and I haven't done the trade machine work to figure it out, but one of the guys that would most likely have to go in a trade for Markkanen salary is Tobias Harris, who obviously on paper you're like no brainer. Like Lauri Markkanen is just a better player than Tobias Harris. Straight up, you're taking that trade 10 out of 10 times if it's offered. Counterpoint: Tobias Harris is arguably, according to all reports, I heard on the Zach Lowe show, he had the GM, what's his Trajan Langdon for the Pistons come on, and he's just like, Tobias Harris is our leader in the locker room. Like, so Zach Lowe pushed back, or Zach Lowe was like, the Markkanen trade is, I'd be hesitant because you're getting rid of a guy that the team has bought in around already, despite being a worse player, whatever you want to call it. So it'd be interesting. Like you'd be trading it worked for the Celtics. We traded Marcus Smart, but we also had the benefit of having an identity change with Tatum and Brown. So,
And also, like when we traded Marcus Smart, we also made another trade to get Drew Holiday, like another
absolutely.
locker leader, another guy who was a defensive dog, plays the same kind of way.
Yeah. You had an identity transplant. It's the same identity.
You had other veterans in that locker room too with Horford. You had guys who had been there before, Jalen and Jason.
Yeah.
It
It's
was a
just
little bit.
interesting.
This Pistons team doesn't have that cachet yet. Like they do need that guy to lead the locker room until Cade can take over.
Yeah.
Which
And
is
maybe
probably,
they're in the middle of that.
but also maybe Cade's not that guy to take over a locker room. Like
I
we've
don't know.
seen that you don't need to be that guy. Like, I'm sure Tatum talks when he needs to talk, but he doesn't seem like the kind of guy who's yelling in the locker room every time.
No, if anything, Jaylen Brown would be that guy for me. He'd be like getting his teammates' ass.
Yeah, so
And he has.
they did
He was he mixed it up with Marcus. Oh.
yeah. I'm sure they did it all the fucking time. They used to talk like they were brothers. So like I'm sure it was
Yep.
like two brothers fighting kind of thing all the time.
No doubt it was all love, I
Yeah.
imagine. But
Just
Jaylen Brown
making
is
everybody.
definitely more vocal. Whereas Tatum seems like he's a supercomputer. He just takes in the information. He's like, all right,
Here's what we're gonna do.
well, I'll just do it way better than you. So sorry.
I see what you did in the first half. Let's just do it better in the second. Okay.
Yeah. Next best team over the
Uh,
Pistons.
number 5, I have the Celtics.
Boston Celtics. I have them at 8. I really kind of wish I put them at 7. To me, they're not
Sure.
better than the Spurs, fully realized. Sorry. We're just not.
You know what? You shouldn't have put them at 7. You should have put them at 5 like I did. All right. Figure it the fuck out.
Our boys, what do you got?
They're number 5 on my power rankings. They're number 1 on my heart.
Of course.
Every
gotta-
challenge that they faced this year, they've taken on and won.
Superseded it, yeah.
You beat the Knicks. You beat the Lakers. I know they were a shorthanded Lakers team, but still a very well coached, a good team. You beat the Pistons. You beat the Magic. Like you've beaten
Beat the
everybody in the
Knicks,
East.
beat the
Supposed to be better than you.
Cavs.
Yeah, you beat the Cavs, like, you've beaten everybody in the East that's supposed to be better than you.
Like the one
You
East team you
almost
didn't beat was the Nets.
brutal. You almost beat the Timberwolves. You're right there at the end of the game with the Timberwolves too.
I
I
mean,
mean,
that
Anthony
was just Ant hit a game winner.
does
Tough.
a crazy fucking fall away fucking I dropped the ball, then just shot it anyways.
I mean,
Like,
Jaylen Brown put up 40 points. He did everything he could.
yeah. I mean, yeah, you had a couple shots in that game, it's a different story. And like I just don't see anybody in the East that's supposed to scare me. Like I think that we're better than all these teams, and we still have a fucking demon coming back and probably in February if the reports are true.
It's just I mean, I'm going to disagree. Spoiler alert. Like the Celtics are not better than any of the teams we mentioned on a 1 through 9 basis on the paper. No, like there's no way you're looking at a team where it's like Mikal Bridges is your fourth guy, and then you look at the Celtics and Josh Minot is your fourth guy, and you're like, that team's way better. No, there's just no way. But the thing I will give the Celtics credit for is that every player who they have something to prove and they play like they have something to prove. Even Jaylen Brown, he had to take a step this year. He's taken that plus some. Peyton Pritchard has to you saw his minutes tick up basically twofold, taking a step. Derek White is who we think he is. He's exactly what we need him to be. And he can switch on a night to night basis. Nemias Queta is a double a night. Josh Minot and Jordan Walsh, two guys who at the beginning of the year were like, who? But well, we know who they are, but they're like, are they even going to find any time on this team? They're legitimately 17-minute a night guys now. And Hugo Gonzalez is a psycho on defense, and I love that about him. And
It's so much fun to fucking watch him play defense.
we play with the fire that the Cavs need to play with for them to win a championship. And you can't transplant personality. You can't transplant that fire. That is who you are. And yeah, at the end of the year, we're adding the best player out of all these teams. So yeah, I mean, I see why you're saying 5. Obviously, we're a Jaylen Brown injury away. God for fucking bid, please. God forbid a Jaylen Brown injury away from being back in the full tank. But until otherwise, we're easily the brightest spot out of all these. Out of any team we mentioned, we've definitely outperformed and outshined, and we are probably the most positive storyline out of any team, and that's for a good reason. And Missoula deserves all the flowers.
Should be in Coach of the Year talks. I don't know why he's not.
Absolutely. For the guy Rajakovic we mentioned, he's third place. JB Bickerstaff, I mean, he deserves credit. The Pistons are number 1 in the East, but Missoula, come on, for him to be in 10th place or whatever, barely on the ladder, that's disrespect.
Yeah, I mean this team is so much fun to watch every night they compete. Like when we did our preseason talks about the Celtics and what we want to see was compete. That's all I want to see was compete. And it's every night. We don't get blown out. We're fighting every possession. I mean, Joe's fucking screaming at guys every possession, it feels like. Like they're just out there just dogging it every night. And it's unbelievable to watch. And the way that we're playing right now too, like you can get Tatum back and just ramp him up at 20 minutes a game until the playoffs. Like
Absolutely.
if he decides to come back early, if he decides to come back late, it doesn't matter. Like the way that this team is playing.
Even then, you don't have to. I mean, we should, and I want to, and obviously, if he wants to come back, he should. But as is, we've given every single team in the East, unless something major changes, we're a top 4 seed in the East. You know,
I think that we could be a top 2 or 3 seed in the East.
we've beaten every single team in front of that would be in front of us. So there's no reason to believe they wouldn't be. It's just, it's just been a great year to watch Celtics basketball, despite it being a down year and a depressing end.
Down year.
Yeah, our down year. Yeah, we're in 3rd place in the East without our star player.
4 games out of first place in the East, and the fucking Pistons got off to a crazy start.
Yeah. Who's your next best team?
I got the Rockets at number 4.
These are all, I put these in the category of contender. Rockets at number 4. I have them at 3. They're 15-6.
Yeah, I mean, look, you're running Reed Shepard out there, but you're making up for it with Sengun. You're making up for it with KD doing a little bit more playmaking. Like they're finding ways to play through other guys to make up for the fact that they don't have a true point guard on that team, really. They're playing
I
bully
disagree
ball.
with that, but go ahead.
They're playing bully ball every night. which translates like just so well into the playoffs. Like that's something that you can replicate for an entire year. Like that's just an effort thing. Like you're not relying on a finesse like a 3-point shot to win you every game. Like you can go bully people every night. Like when you have Steven Adams and fucking Sengun and Amin
KD.
Thompson, Katie's like they're starting 3.
They're like the best
Like,
rebounding team with a bullet in the league.
yeah, they rebound 40% of their own shots.
Yeah.
So like 4 out of every 10 possessions that you make them miss, they're gonna get the ball and shoot again. Like it's fucking unbelievable.
It's
Like
hard
you're
to beat.
giving a
Hard to
team
beat
with
that
like
team.
yeah, you're giving a team with KD an extra shot every second possession. It's like the team is just unbelievable to see them play the way they are. Ime's doing a hell of a job as a coach. We know he's a great coach. I think that team has a legit shot to upset some people in the West this year.
I agree 100%. And that's why I put, do they cash in on Reed or do they just continue to try and roll him out and develop him? Either way, as is, they have a puncher's chance just like anybody else in the top 4 to win it. Like I think they're completely okay with standing pat and rolling this team out because this team presents a matchup problem for a lot of teams that you have to beat. And, obviously vice versa. There's a lot of things that have to go right for the Rockets to beat teams like the Thunder and the Nuggets, but not too much. Like they're not that far behind them. So we'll see. They've had a great year and everybody thought they would.
Yeah, we had them pretty high on our lists.
Yeah. What's your next best team? Third best team
3,
overall.
Third best team in the league, I think, right now is the Lakers.
And I have the Lakers at 5th. 17-6. Los Angeles Lakers. Give me what you got.
17-6 haven't been healthy all year. Like we said, LeBron hasn't played really. He only started playing last week. Luka's just been carrying the team. What Austin Reeves is doing this year is unbelievable. As a third option, he kind of gets pushed to the side with Luka and LeBron, but like, what can you do when you have Luka and LeBron on your team? It's kind of like, all right.
Well, that's kind of what I want to talk about. Like, Austin Reeves can't be Austin Reeves if both Luka and LeBron are playing. And if he can't do that, what can I get for him to flesh out the team around the 2 that I got? You're not trading LeBron.
I'm not like, am I going to re-sign LeBron next year though too?
I don't know. But that for this year,
you're not going to re-sign LeBron next year and you already know that, then why? I'm not trading Austin Reeves.
Is LeBron going to take anything less than $52 million a year? Like, I don't know.
I mean, if he wants to play for the Lakers, he's probably going to have to. I don't know if they can afford to sign him for that much again next year, but
either way, the one that's movable this year is Reed making like $13 million a year.
Yeah, LeBron has a no trade clause too, so he's not going anywhere.
So immediate non sequitur, and you're not trading Luka.
But I don't want to trade Reeves, because if LeBron and Luka are playing and he's not scoring, that's because LeBron and Luka are scoring. It's not because LeBron and Luka are being inefficient and chugging up a million shots. Like, because even like the night that LeBron didn't have 10 points for the first time in his like career, basically, like even then he had a good game. He still had a really good game because it was diverted to him.
I know you don't want to get rid of him, but what he does is duplicative of what they get already. And
but if like LeBron goes down with an injury and you got rid of him, then like your team's not going to win anything.
Your team's not going to win anything regardless, and it's not because of any of those guys we just mentioned, LeBron, Luka, or Austin. It's because you have DeAndre Ayton as your starting center and you don't have a bench.
Oh yeah, but you have a puncher's chance if you have 2 out of 3 of those guys, like we said.
And you haven't had 3 all year.
But if you get rid of Reeves, you flesh out like a real big man, so you get like Zubac and like some other shit from the Clippers.
A bench. That'd be nice.
Yeah, sure. Like I don't know, like pick a player or 2 off the Clippers, and you got a little bit of a bench now. And then LeBron goes down. So now you got Luka and what Zubac is supposed to carry you to a win. Like, I'm trusting my money with the younger guy who's more healthy than LeBron right now at this point in his career.
Fair. And you're fine to do so.
We're also talking about trading this guy, and they're 17-6. Yeah. So, like, why would they trade anything right now?
But I think it's because you know that they're not real contenders, as is.
I think they have a puncher's chance as is.
Yeah, maybe, but still, it's not great. And you need to. I don't know. You shouldn't have brought LeBron back if you didn't think that you were going to push the chips in,
I think LeBron had a player's option, so he was going to come back. I think that was his choice.
or you would have moved him for whatever he wanted to get him off the books.
He had a no trade clause.
Well, he wanted out though. Move him to where he wanted and see what you can get back on an investment. I mean, they
Yeah,
probably
no.
didn't foresee Reeves being this good, but it's where we're
Also,
at now.
why not have three of them? Like, why not? It works.
It
I
doesn't.
mean,
It's
if
not
one
going
of them's
to.
having an off night, then they can defer to the other two. Like, it seems to work out pretty all right for him so far. And
A
also, this
team.
is still early in the season. Like, we didn't get to see a lot of this last year. They have a whole
Fair.
season to figure out what they're doing with this.
It's fair. If I see, I just take. I'm more proactive, I guess, and maybe it would be to my own downfall. I would try and maximize the asset and flesh out a team that can I can at least roll 6 guys out there that have a pulse instead of just 3. You know.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, you can be proactive if LeBron doesn't come back next year, and just have Austin Reeves and Luca.
I'm sorry. Say it again.
If like LeBron doesn't come back next year, and like decides he wants to leave or retire or whatever he wants to do, then you could trade Reeves and then like really flesh out a team around Luca.
Yeah, I suppose you don't have to do anything, but
right now, the way the team is set
I
up,
don't
like
know.
you need
I'd strike while the
if you're
iron's
gonna
hot.
you can't lean on LeBron like at this age right now to be healthy. So like, he's already missing time with sciatica. Like he's already
He
had a
ain't getting
few off
younger.
games. Is he all right? So I don't want to lean on him and not have a third option in case that stick breaks while I'm leaning on it. You know what I mean?
True. What's your second best team in the NBA?
I also
Why
wanted
is
to
it?
give a shout out to Luca because he's averaging 35, 9, and 9 this year. Like, that's so fucking tough. Like,
I mean,
is
he's
this Luca's
ridiculous.
is this going to be Luca's MVP year, or you think Jokic is going to take it from him?
I think if there is going to be, I said this before, if there is going to be a year, it's going to be because it's going to be this year because I feel like it might be a little bit of fatigue. And it's like if he doesn't win one this year, when is he ever going to win it? Because Wembanyama is most likely going to win the next 4 or whatever. Jokic ain't going anywhere. Shea ain't going anywhere. Like, and
Yeah.
Jason Tatum's coming back, and you're getting a lot of talent back into the NBA in a year where it's like a lot of the top, at least 2 of the top 10 players are out. Yeah, this would be his chance, I think.
Yeah, I mean that just brings us into our second best team, which is the Nuggets.
Oh, I was gonna say, why is it the Thunder? You like the Nuggets more than the Thunder, obviously.
I mean, look at as the power rankings go, I can't put a team that's 23-1 not one in the league. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
Like right now, they're the best team in the league. If a 7-game series is a completely different animal in the regular season, but 23-1 is just unreal.
Yeah.
But the Nuggets at number 2 right now.
I have them there
Jokic
as
is
well.
29, 12, and 11 on 60, 41, and 85. Like, that's so fucking stupid. He's averaging almost a 30-point triple-double on, like, the efficiencies that Steve Nash used to average, like, a 15, 5, and 7 fucking.
Like, just picture every MVP of the past 20 years is just one guy who's 7'4". He does
just, like, look at
everything.
Steve Nash. Like, look at Steve Nash's, like, MVP year and then just double all of his stats and keep the efficiency, and then it's all right, cool. I have Jokic. Like,
Yeah, and put him in fucking Will Chamberlain's body plus 60 pounds, Shaq's body. Yeah, I mean he's spectacular. The question for the Nuggets is like, how much do you trust Cam Johnson?
yeah, I mean, he's starting to round into form now. He's playing a lot better in the last couple weeks.
You're just gonna need that guy in the playoffs.
Yeah, can I trust him when I swing that ball to him in the playoffs? Like, is he going to be there? But I mean, look, you got Valanciunas there now.
True.
So you have a legitimate backup center for Jokic for the first time, I think, in his career since I think it was him and Nurkic, and I think he was the backup at that point. And then you got Bruce Brown finally back on the Nuggets, playing well. I mean,
Christian Brown coming back. Aaron Gordon coming back.
Aaron Gordon's missed a shitload of time, and they're still 17-6. Like, I just don't see like how like this team is just that good. Jamal Murray's playing great. He looks healthy.
He's playing at like an all-star level. Like this might be the first year he gets an all-star.
Yeah, he had like a 50-point game on like one of the most efficient games of like all time or something like that a couple weeks ago. It was like this team is just so good top to bottom and so well rounded that like that's why I have them winning the finals.
It really does feel like it's a two-dog race between the Thunder and the Nuggets here, and we obviously both have the Thunder at 1 for the same reason as that they've only lost one game, and it was to the Trailblazers. We won't get to see this matchup of the Nuggets and Thunder until I think mid-January, so that will be where the rubber hits the road. And obviously not too far behind them for me is the Rockets, and basically everybody else is just finishing for 4th. Anyhow, yeah, I mean the Nuggets are just crazy, and when it gets to the 7-game series, is literally again with how good both these teams are, it's going to come down to a matter of like a few shots dropping or rimming out, and that's where like guys like Cam Johnson, the unsung heroes, the Aaron Gordons of last year, uh, what's his name, bald white guy for the Thunder,
Crusoe's.
for the Thunder, like that's where those guys cement them. Derek White, they cement themselves. Yeah, and then the Thunder are 23-1. There's like this is the best team. What I have them winning the championship. I were my preseason pick. Realistically, when is the first time they lose to an Eastern Conference team? And I went through it. When do you think?
You want to talk realistically? Like,
Yeah.
do you want to be really real about this?
Yeah.
Like really real?
Yeah.
Like straight off of like Good Kid, Mad City, really, really, really real?
For real.
I don't think they do lose a fucking game.
They might not. They honestly might not.
There's nobody in the Eastern Conference that is that good that I'm like, oh yeah, no, they have a shot at beating OKC. Like,
I mean, there's a few games that I did pick where it's like gimmicky, where it's like the second night of a road back to back, where they're playing like the Pistons. So I have first 12-29. The first test could come against Atlanta on the 29th of December. It's the second night of a back to back. They should smoke that game.
they should. I mean, yeah. Only thing I can think is like, hey, if they sit a bunch of guys and then Atlanta gets Trae Young and Porzingis back,
Or they get Giannis.
and Jalen Johnson like goes crazy too. Like, yeah.
Realistically, I think they could probably lose in the February 25th on the second night of a back-to-back at Detroit. And then same thing in March, second night of a back-to-back at the Knicks. The one that I kind of posited was like the Celtics. I think the Celtics could kind of fuck with this team on the March 25th of next year, 2026. They play in Boston, and it's the 5th game on a long Eastern Conference road trip. So I feel like then this is the last game before they head back home. So it's like maybe we catch them sleeping, and they're not going to be able to match our energy. I'm not willing to bet on it. We'll probably be plus 14.5 point underdogs.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this team seems like they might want the record too.
And
Like
they're actually weirdly poised to get it.
Yeah, like you start off 23-1, like you might be like actually thinking about that record. And they might be a team that can win that record and then win the finals too.
Yeah. And they play tonight for the cup. So
yeah, it's a playoff game for the cup, right?
Yeah, this might be the first time we have a winner of the cup win the finals.
That'd be kind of cool.
Who won it last year? The Bucks? And the year before that was the Lakers?
I think the Lakers won it. No, the Lakers won it the first year it was ever around. Yeah, you're right. And then last year, I think it was the Bucks.
Yeah, so that's your NBA power rankings. I mean, there's no shockers basically in the top 5. Yeah. That's it for ball talk. I mean, we got a few games to look forward to, kind of a weak slate. You got the Knicks at the Magic on Saturday, and the winner of tonight's Cups game, so it'll be a Western Conference playoff game, essentially. Movie time. I picked the movie Ex Machina, directed by Alex Garland, starring Domhnall Gleeson and Oscar Isaac and Alicia Vikander. Came out in 2014. A young programmer is invited by his reclusive CEO to administer the Turing test to an intelligent humanoid robot. That is the premise. Steve, what do you got?
That was a good movie. I really like that movie.
No shit.
Hey, that's not always a fucking obvious one for me. I mean, there's some movies everybody likes that I fucking hate. So
this one's a real thinker, though. I actually wouldn't be surprised if you said not that you don't think, but like this is like so wrapped up in the metaphysical that it might not miss the mark for a lot of, and I think it did. It didn't come out to a ton of success, but it is widely revered as a very good film.
I really enjoyed the way it was shot.
Oh, beautiful.
A24 did the classic, like, "Hey, we're gonna light this room, but we're gonna light it with colors, not with just, like, white, bright lights." Like, you got the scenes where, like, he's in the room with the Ava and it's all red, and then you get, like, scenes where, like, the hallway's dark, but then they got, like, the blue, like, keypad checks lighting the place and stuff like that. Like, I really like that stuff, like, gives you, like, a more interesting view of, like, everything. It's
Yeah,
very beautiful.
it was Garland's directorial debut, and I think he smoked it. It was so good in terms of like shot choice, the contrast of a lot of the images, the outdoor shots were fucking phenomenal, like beautiful for just being in the
Yeah.
woods, basically.
Yeah, there was
Um,
one shot where they're up on, like, the iceberg laying down talking or whatever, but, like, it was shot at such a weird angle, like, the water was going upwards and shit like that, so, like, it kinda made you, like, a little, like, weirded out and uncomfortable by the fucking just the surroundings made you a little bit uncomfortable, even though there was nothing to be uncomfortable about, and then it lent itself into the conversation that they were having about the AI and everything like that.
yeah. And the Turing test, for those that don't know, is a metaphysical question about if a human being is having a conversation with a robot, um, and it is no longer able to tell that it's a robot that you're conversing with, does it pass the Turing question? Is like, when does one become sentient, essentially? And this is what this movie is about, although it is a bit of a twist at the end, spoiler alert, whereas Oscar Isaac is really kind of digging at what creates identity and what makes you sentient. And he knew that the AI was capable of this, and he thought that he was bringing Domhnall Gleeson thought he was coming in to test that, but Domhnall Gleeson was actually the test candidate, and the AI was already capable of. Could it be capable of deception? Essentially, like what makes it? It offers a lot of um, philosophical questions as to what truly makes consciousness different. Like what is consciousness? And that's why I say it's a real thinker, because what is it? And that this one ends up stating that like the ability to lie no longer is it like deception or like being able to convince that you are a human, which is what the typical Turing tests. It's like how when do we like tools do you use to prove your sentience? And then this one is deception, love, um, sexuality. It's really fascinating. Uh, yeah, I love this film. I just love it. It's a sci-fi wet dream, literally at times.
Yeah, it was a I thought Oscar Isaac did an unbelievable job of
Creepy.
just he gave off, like, a vibe of being dangerous, but, like, you never actually saw him being that dangerous. You know what I mean? Like, the most dangerous thing you saw him was, like, punching a punching bag, but, like, other than that, like,
Well, he knocks
I
out
never
Domhnall Gleeson with a weight.
yeah, or he just knocks him out by punching him.
Oh, I thought he hit him with a weight.
Then he got the weight to, like, protect himself. But, like, even, like, when Domhnall Gleeson stole his key card and was going through the computer and stuff like that, you were, like, nervous. Like, I felt like I was nervous that he was gonna wake up and find him, and it's like, I've never seen him do anything violent the entire movie. Like, I've never seen him, like, yelled at the fucking the AI robot that he was, like, their server, but, like, you never saw him be, like, outright violent in the entire thing, so
you never
it was
saw it,
very
but
interesting that you could still give you that feeling of, like, "Oh, shit," like, "I hope they
uneasiness.
didn't him." Yeah,
Yeah, but like it does end up being revealed that he has like the cabinet of robot cadavers. They're all kind of pieced up and torn up, and like he manipulated them mentally. And you always kind of get the feeling that this guy Oscar Isaac is like, I mean, he's like a whatever play on billionaire Mark Zuckerberg, too smart for everybody guy. Like you kind of always get the feeling for you think Domhnall Gleeson's the hero of the film. It's not. It's Eva. It's the android. Um, like you always kind of feel like he's outclassed and being set up or like being watched. And then obviously it all comes out that he is being watched. Like Oscar Isaac puts in a camera to see when the power goes out. That it's intentionally designed for the power to go out. Everything's sort of planned. He is sort of a mouse in the maze
yeah,
of Oscar Isaac's construction, but really he's a mouse in the maze of the robots. Um, or the android Eva.
Yeah,
Uh,
he didn't know it, but he created his own maze.
yeah, and there's a lot of questions about. He even says it. He's like, "We're not man, like we're gods." Like you, he's then Domhnall's like, "I never said you were guys." Like, no, that's what we are though. Like we're creating the next thing. People will look at us like
Like
upright
God.
apes in the desert with primordial tools in 2,000 years. So like, I basically it's interesting. A lot of pressing questions. We're sort of in the AI apocalypse or the beginnings of it. Specifically, if you ask your girlfriend Paige, it's a big red flag. Watch out for AI. This movie came out 11 years ago. Very prescient in its main sort of themes, and we all sort of knew it at the time, but it all kind of comes out with Facebook, monitoring your data. You see it on their big tech kind of prioritize profiting off of your data, your metadata, all that, and using it against you. Or we hope that they're not, but and that's sort of the end goal with all these films is that it does end up getting used against you. Um, yeah. And with Sam Altman and the ChatGPT Red Alert and stuff, where a lot of people are predicting the bubble here is going to burst, and major AI tech, who knows? It's too heady for me to really worry about. I use it to create things like the cool logo you see in our videos. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if AI is going to bring the end of the world. I don't. I'm just gonna use it as sparingly as possible and read a book. I don't know. It makes me want to read a good old fashioned book and not sort of worry about the AI apocalypse.
I think I had a different view on it than a lot of people.
What is it?
I don't really see Oscar Isaac's character as being a bad guy. I saw
Really?
him as someone who's trying to find the future and uh like create the next thing to to keep everything moving forward.
And I think a lot of people view guys like Zuckerberg and Sam Altman as these type of guys too. I think there's for sure. Like I have a hard time with it. I like to think these guys are like sort of visionaries of the future and have our best interests in their purview. But realistically, they're all it's capitalism, baby. It's like profiteerism. Who can be on the bleeding edge, and bleeding edge leads to more risks being taken and more. We're not talking about stuff where it's like, I don't know. We inventing an electrical car, which I'm sure was risky at the time when they created it, but it's like now we're doing something that we really kind of don't understand the power of it.
Yeah, that's kind of like what he did. Like he was like all he wanted to do was create the future, but he just built himself his own maze and built something that would. I assume that Ava went on to like just take over the world. Like I don't know. I just it seemed like it, and like the question of was this AI sentient? Like is
Or when does it become?
really something sentient? Did it pass the Turing test? Like does that matter to like her feelings about everything? And it's like
Well,
it
that's the
can't
thing. She
even.
doesn't have feelings. She's able to
Yeah,
manipulate them.
it's a manipulative thing. Yeah, like it, and I figured that out from early on, and that she was going to manipulate him. Like some of the tactics that they used in the story of her like asking like, oh, like do you find me attractive? Like, oh yeah, like getting Dom Hall Gleason's character off guard and making him uncomfortable, and then like making him feel comfortable again and dragging him back in. Like that's all manipulative tactics that emotional abusive people use
She's
to
a
like
fem.
to keep people down.
For a movie shtick, she's a femme fatale. Like she knows she's using these people, and she uses empathy, where she's like, "What happens when I get wiped? Like I don't want to die. Like and she's forming a bond with Dom Hall. She's using her sexuality. She's using feelings of affection, kindness, and she's using him the entire time. And that's why she ends up locking him in a room where he's going to die because there's no food, there's no way out. And she goes
Yeah,
on. She doesn't save him at the end because there's no emotion attached to him for her.
no,
And
she's
he
just a
feels
robot
betrayed.
to get all along. Yeah.
It's interesting. Um, oh
Also, can we
fuck,
talk about how fucking this Oscar Isaac's character is supposed to be a fucking genius,
sure.
but like he had no like weapons in case the fucking robots came back and attacked him. Like, how did you not see that coming, dude? Like that there was a movie in the 90s called Terminator that came out. Like, you ever fucking watch it, dude?
And he
Like
dies
maybe
in a
they'll
pretty
come in
gruesome
there,
way.
like maybe bring a kill switch to them or something. Like,
Well, I forget. There's another sci-fi metaphysical principle where it's like the first thing about Android and the first thing that's ever programmed into them is that they're not to harm their creator. I forget what that is, and that's also another piece of the Turing test. Is like, can you kill somebody that created you? Um,
but
Interesting.
even she says, like, how does it feel to create something that hates you?
Yeah, it's right, and but that's the thing where it's like, so Garland's film ends on a bad note. Like it's kind of like this fucking unhinged, feelingless, sociopathic robot person is like now on the loose, and she's able to manipulate us peon humans, and maybe that is what ends up making us go extinct. Is that is her like she's able to create more of her, and she realizes the humans are not. She's killed one of them, and then she basically condemned the other to death, so she doesn't have any feelings about that. So it kind of ends on a negative note. Um, yeah, Garland, he doesn't write the most chipper movies.
No,
Uh,
that was a good one though. Like, I like that twist ending right there.
it's
I mean, I got figured like she wasn't gonna save them. I figured that she was gonna take over and do something like
yeah, yeah,
get off the rip, just like the emotionally abusive and manipulative things that she was doing to him. And like the first time that they talked was like, all right, this is where this is going.
yeah. It's something similar. I wanted to kind of. It's like an Oppenheimer corollary a bit, where they even quote Oppenheimer. Now I am become death, the bringer, the destroyer of worlds. That's Oppenheimer's quote. He's quoting Sanskrit. Uh, and he said that after he created the nuclear bomb. So it's like, and he did it with the best intentions. Like he did it
Yeah,
because the Nazis were working on it as well, and he had to beat them to it. But he ended up creating it, and he ends up regretting the decision, even though he probably saved himself for sure and saved like his people or people he loved, and he was on the right side of the war, right? But it ends up being bastardized, and he gets chewed up and spit out by the government that he fought so hard to protect. And it's like, when we're not just talking about like creating the fucking snuggie, it's not like things with no real, like we're talking about things that could end, and I think we're talking about it with AI, things that could potentially end the human race. It's a little bit different to create something that is eh, poses an existential threat, and
yeah,
that's kind of why I always hope that these guys like Sam Altman, like Mark Zuckerberg, or people who have immense resources and power and are at the bleeding edge of tech, I always kind of hope and pray that they have like their head on straight. It's not great when you have a guy like what's his face, fuckface from South Africa,
Musk,
yeah, who is also on the bleeding edge of that stuff and has the resources to do it, and is just a fucking a
moron.
mouthpiece. I don't know if he's a moron, but he's definitely not using his powers for the greater good, in my opinion. Um, yeah. So scary stuff. Not a happy, not a good feel good film. But yeah. Steve, rate it out of 5 stars. What do you give Ex Machina?
3 stars,
Three
three
out
and
of
a half,
five.
maybe 3.5 stars.
Three and a
I really
half.
like that movie.
Yeah, I think it's a great film. I'll give it 4 out of 5 stars. I'm
Like
arguing.
somehow that film was like 99% of that film was just dialogue,
Yeah,
and it still found a way to keep you like entertained and like engaged the whole time. And like some of those movies that are like that, like sometimes they just get so dry and they're just so hard to stay focused on. And that one did an unbelievable job with the cinematography of it and like how engaging the conversations were. Like
it's
it was a very well done film,
it's
obviously.
it's technically like masterful in my opinion. It's better than proficient in terms of its technical aspects with film shots, soundtrack, score, acting is superb by everybody, even the people playing robots. It's just yeah, it's technically masterful and really
It's got a
way out.
huge maker too. I mean, the fucking amount that must have cost to shoot that must have been like so little. You had like a 14-person cast, I think was the total,
Wow.
all shot in one fucking place.
Yeah. It's great stuff. It's yeah, I give it 4. I'm burgeoning on 4.5 out of 5 stars. But our next movie, even though it's going to be Jacob's not here, but he recommended this movie, Good Times, starring Robert Pattinson, directed by Josh and Benny Safdie, one of their first, maybe their directorial debut, but it was for A24. And despite the title, it's not a good time.
I have to go watch the trailer for this one because I didn't know anything about this.
Pattinson's amazing.
Pre-Twilight or post-Twilight?
Post.
His Twilight, I think, was his first one, right?
Yeah, his major role.
I'm assuming that if you like this movie, that he did a better job acting in it than Twilight.
Robert Pattinson's like my favorite actor out there. From like a younger generation than like the Leos.
Mickey 17, you big Mickey 17 guy.
I saw it in theaters. I like that movie.
I never seen it.
It wasn't. It was a bit wacky. But I was definitely higher on it than most. Bong Joon-ho, dude. But
Parasite?
yeah, and
Monkey Paw?
Snowpiercer.
Who the fuck did Monkey Paw? Monkey Fist?
12 Monkeys.
No, there's another movie. Oh, I'll fucking figure it out later. It doesn't matter.
Either way, Pattinson is like, yeah, he's in one of my top 3 movies all time, The Lighthouse, and I think he's fantastic in that film. Yeah, I love Robert Pattinson, and he's definitely for as bad as the Twilight films are panned or whatever, his performance is not loved. He's certainly done a 180 in terms of actually making himself a serious actor. So is Kristen Stewart for that part. Love Lies Bleeding. She was in last year or 2 years ago. I like that film. Weird, but I liked it. Anyhow, Good Times. That's our next film. Steve, let's wrap this puppy up. It's 3 hours.
Good to me.
All right. Go Pats. Sorry we didn't talk Pats. Sorry for your uncle. But Pats are kicking ass. Going to be in the playoffs. Got a big game against the Bills this week, so got to win that one.
Next week, there's going to be a lot of time to talk fucking Pats.
Yeah, not a lot of Celtics to talk about. But anyways, when they do play, go C's, feel better, JT. Keep kicking ass, JB, and let's keep going, boys. Let's keep those good times rolling.
Love you guys. See you soon, JT.
Italy.